don't
We're
know what
live.
happened.
We're live. Hey.
Post that link.
Hey.
Welcome
We're live
to the
an audience of
podcast.
0. This is the election live stream. The election extravaganza.
We have
Here we
a
are.
viewer. Hey, post it and then we'll share it.
We have a viewer. Who's viewing us?
Who's viewing us? Hey, shout out to our viewer.
Shout out to our viewer. Hit us up on Twitter at Magic in the Attic Podcast.
Magic in the Attic Podcast Magic in the Attic Podcast. That's
wait, no.
Twitter
On
handle.
Twitter, it's just Magic in the Attic.
I was going to the listener questions email.
Tell us who you are. How do you link this to the book?
I thought this was supposed to be a podcast. I'm just kidding.
Nah, this is the election night live stream.
Live stream.
Travis, just copy the link and then just put it on your put it on.
No, I thought we were gonna actually stream it though.
Yeah, so if you
we are streaming it.
If I put that on Facebook, it's not gonna show this stream. They have to click the link, right?
Yeah.
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 How do we make it actually be like a thing?
Well,
we can't. I would add to upgrade to Pro.
Oh, really? Oh, so it's nothing special.
Whatever. Yeah. So I think the first thing we should do is go around and say what we're watching, what channel we're watching, and then give you predictions for what you think is going to happen tonight based on what you've seen so far.
Is this being recorded too?
I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
So we're putting this recording on the pod.
Yeah, we can do an audio version if we think it's good enough.
I think it'll. All right, so I'm Midnight Mark, and I am on Fox News.
What's up, everybody? Right. My name's Piano Man. I'm up on CNN right now.
Hi, my name is Preacher Paul. I'm watching NBC. Juicebox McGoo.
Does that mean I get to watch MSNBC?
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm in. This is Juicebox Magoo. I'm not going to tell you who I voted for, but
I mean,
ready.
if anybody's watching this, I think you know.
Yeah. Oh man, I can flip over to CBS and ABC too at some point if you want. But yeah, so predictions for tonight. What do we think is going on? First of all, well, I'll go to Juicebox Magoo first because I think I have the clearest idea of his prediction. What do you think is going to happen?
I feel as though there will be a Trump slide.
Oh yeah,
an absolute rout. I don't think we're going to have to wait till 6 weeks to figure it out. I think we're going to know tonight.
All right, bold prediction.
Polls closing right now, boys.
Bold prediction. All right, what about Piano Man? What do you think is going to happen?
So, I really want to know what happens in Florida because I've been following that closely today. If Florida ends up being about 5% towards Trump, I think it will be a Trump blowout, but whenever the real results start rolling in, you just don't know what's going to happen. I think it's going to be a tight race. If Georgia goes Biden, it's over, though.
Yeah. What if Trump wins Florida by 5% and then Joe wins Georgia?
I don't know. Midnight Mark, what's your prediction for tonight?
I mean, my only prediction is I think it's weird that Fox News has Biden winning Virginia despite the fact that Trump is up on him now by 40%.
So your only prediction is not a prediction at all?
No. My prediction is that I think that Joe Biden will win the election.
Word. Yep. Well, NBC has called Indiana for Trump. I think pretty much everybody has at this point. They've also called Vermont for Biden, and AP is calling Kentucky for Trump, but I'm not seeing other places make that call yet.
So Fox News does not have Indiana, but has called Kentucky for Trump, has called Virginia for Biden, despite the fact that at the moment Trump is destroying him.
This is crazy.
And they have Vermont for Biden. That's what Fox News is at.
Yeah.
Shout out to our listener. Oh, they're gone.
Yeah, they could not. They could not handle.
See you later. You got to come back for the good stuff, folks.
I just sent y'all the link though, if you want to share it to somebody of our YouTube live
Of our
stream.
YouTube. All right, cool.
Popular vote. Popular vote. Donald Trump is winning the popular vote on MSNBC.
He's also winning the popular vote on. Oh wait, no, that's just Florida. Also, Florida's super close right now, according to CNN, within 500,000 or 50,000 votes.
Yeah, they've got MSNBC has it the same.
So, Preacher Paul, you got any burning questions for us tonight?
Burning questions. Well, okay. First of all, so we're all predicting. I think we all have a little bit different ideas of what's going to happen tonight. But what do we think is going? What do we think that a second term for Trump would look like? That's the first part of this question. And then what do we think that a Biden presidency would look like? We can go around the horn and kind of talk about that a little bit. We could start with Midnight Mark could probably go on this for a minute.
Nah, skip me.
Skip me. What about JBM?
Let me ask you this. Does Trump sweep? Do the Republicans sweep? Because that changes the answer for me.
I think if he could win Florida by 5, then they'll probably sweep. But that's yet to be seen.
So if Trump does sweep, or the Republicans do, then I think a Trump second term is going to be like nuts. Like he's just going to start doing everything. He's not going to care about re-election. He's going to start doing all the things that I feel like he's wanted to do that have been like kind of dicey right now. Like I feel like if he wins and Antifa pops up doing something, he's just going to go smoke them.
Smoke them.
Just come in, Marines, guns blazing. You're Antifa, dead.
Do you have a libertarian response to that, Piano Man?
I'll just say let's hope Donald Trump doesn't win.
Why?
Because if he's just going to go smoke Antifa every time they do something, I'm not sure I want to live here.
Fight. Let's have bloodshed
it's
on
like
the election night.
Hey,
it's practically like living in Nazi Germany, honestly. If that's what happens.
JBM, I have our link up and I shared it to my personal page. So the link is on the Magic in the Attic Facebook page. So all four of you guys go and or all three of you guys go and share it to your personal. And hey, maybe we'll get a viewer. Maybe we'll get that one viewer back.
We had 2 viewers a second ago.
We did?
Yeah, for like 2 seconds. I thought y'all seen it.
If you're viewing, just send us a message. We'll read it. We'll answer your questions, whatever you got. We're just here covering the election.
I can't see the questions.
Yo, Candace Owens to the Daily Wire. Official. Stolen from Blaze.
I don't know how I feel about that move, but
How do we feel about Candace Owens?
They just revealed it on their live stream. They're trying to compete with us on. Idiots. How do I make this
Candace
full
Owens,
screen?
And I used to really love Ben Shapiro, and then he just really went hard in the Republican.
Ben Shapiro's gone downhill recently.
I stopped listening to him. I stopped listening to him a little while ago.
He's like
Stacey Abrams on ABC right now.
Yeah, there's another woman who wouldn't concede an election after she clearly lost.
She's the governor of Georgia.
She's not.
She tried to I thought she is the governor.
No, Brian Kemp's
the governor. She is the current governor of Georgia.
Well, they had her on
Brian Kemp.
But at the Democratic convention, they had her on the panel of governors.
She has.
What?
Did you know that, by the way?
She's not the governor.
I know she's not the governor. But they at the Democratic National Convention,
they had a panel outside the gates of the governor.
Yeah, well, they had a panel of governors with all these Democratic governors, and then she was also on there. Like it didn't make any sense.
They want her to be. Can't always get what you want.
I just was accidentally watching myself.
Someone want to share this to
Did
the?
they just call Georgia on Fox?
Does someone want to share this to the
They have not. No,
golf?
they've got Biden up 5% currently.
My wife is texting me. She's super pumped up about Candace Owens.
Oh
Nice.
no!
Little did she know that I have a Blaze subscription, so she could have been watching Candace every single day.
Tell her that she could be
Wish she
listening to
cared.
the
You've
live
been
coverage
hiding
of the
your
news.
Blaze subscription from your wife?
Oh
No, I didn't hide it from her.
Tell her that
I
she could be
didn't think
watching
she
the
would ever
stream and
care.
learning a bunch
I
of
think-
stuff.
For shame.
I think it's funny that. Stop watching.
Tell her she can get
What
some
do you-
live reactions to the Candace Owen news by watching this YouTube link.
YouTube it?
Yeah, man, I'm just not a big Candace fan. I don't love it.
I don't really like her either, but it is what it is.
Yeah.
Wow, that's kind of racist.
She got roasted by Joe
No.
Rogan.
He laid her out. All right, I see Crowder's live thing. Joe Rogan. Is Joe Rogan on right now?
Miami-Dade right now. Super close.
Nuh-uh.
That's what it said.
If that's true, then it has to be a blowout, right? There's no way he can be close there and it not be.
I mean, we do
Isn't-
consider like within 10 points close, right?
Huh?
Within 10 points, that's close, right?
Yeah, especially there.
I mean,
That's what I
like,
would think,
I'm
too.
pretty sure like 10 people voted for Trump in Vermont.
Man, he is getting kind of destroyed in Vermont. Really.
I mean,
New Hampshire is not looking great early voting either. It's leaning Biden.
Here's the real thing: is this is what I was
Biden's
following all
back.
day?
Biden's
Is
up.
that
Biden is
the
up on Florida now.
What
early
anime?
voting, like all day, I was following the early voting statistics, right? In
Yep.
Florida
Yeah.
versus the actual turnout, and it looks like early voting is going to pretty much favor Joe Biden. So all these early numbers that look big time Joe Biden, they'll probably start to swing towards Trump as the night progresses. So it's going to be really interesting to see, especially like an hour from now. I feel like we're going to
Good
know a
evening
lot.
to our,
Joe Biden is taking
to
the
our
lead in
three
Florida on CNN.
Yeah, he's got the Joe Biden is up by 54% in Ohio. Let's go.
And where?
But see, right now it's a lot of the early voting, so it's hard to just like shout out the statistics because it's like in an hour we really know.
Paul,
something.
tell a joke or we're gonna lose another viewer. We just had 3 and we lost one.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Hang on. I got
Who?
Joe.
Shout out to
I
our
just
viewers.
don't wanna
If you have
use
a
them all.
question, hit us on the Twitter.
We just had
Yeah, hit us on the Twitter.
Just
At Magic
submit
in
your
the
question
Attic.
on whatever you're watching at, like YouTube.
Or
You can see it.
YouTube. Yeah. Somebody has to monitor these things.
So, all right, you ready for joke one? Here's first
Here we
joke
go.
of the evening.
Here's our
It's a
first
little bit
comment of the
longer.
night. Here's our first
little
comment
bit-
of the night. I'm just ready to
Oh.
get my life back by Clayton Brewington.
Word,
We agree with your
word.
sentiment there.
yeah.
So first
Although
joke of the
Travis
night.
Magoo's life has just begun. Seems like.
We're fresh, baby. We're here.
Yeah.
We're ready.
A pregnant
Dude, Joe.
Florida woman who was in labor reportedly made her husband drive her to the polling place so she could vote first. I don't know. Why do I feel like this is going to be used at a later date to make some weird parenting power play over your kid? Like, I held you inside of me to elect Joseph Biden, young lady, and it still wasn't enough.
You need to be like a stand-up comedian.
Yeah, you need to embrace that side of you.
I need to be what?
A stand-up comic.
comedian.
Oh, yeah.
You could do it.
Well, coronavirus. It's not allowed.
Also a valid point.
That's not even the dumbest one I have written here. You want to hear the dumbest one I have?
Yes.
Yeah, definitely.
This is for real.
Let's
the
get it
dumbest.
out of the way.
For real, the dumbest one I have is Kamala Harris put out an ad saying that equality is not the same as equity, which is different from my usual saying, which is Stephanie is not the same as Beckwity. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, like,
Yeah, that was the worst one you wrote
yeah,
down.
that is by far the worst joke.
Yeah, I mean, I hated myself when I wrote it, but it was in my brain, so you know, I don't know. Some of these jokes are not going to be good.
So Trump, oh my goodness,
What's the word?
84%. So Piano Man was just sharing this, but 84% reporting in Miami-Dade, and Biden is up by 9. Hillary Clinton won Miami-Dade County by 30 points.
Man.
That seems, if that holds, that's huge, right? Isn't that the most populous area?
Yes,
Yeah. We shall see.
by far.
Now AP has Georgia leaning for Trump, Florida leaning for Biden.
Yeah, Trump's catching Biden right now on Fox News.
But Trump is catching up with Biden in Florida as well, it looks like.
Here's another comment from a viewer here. From Allison Abbott.
Whoa.
Hi,
Hey.
Zach.
What's up?
Hey, Allison. Don't ask who I voted for. I ain't telling you.
Who is Zach?
No, man, that's funny.
I don't know somebody named Zach.
Yeah, this is
We
Midnight Mark.
only know Midnight Mark. But Midnight Mark might have a friend named Zach. He might know someone named Zach.
Yeah.
You might know a guy.
So far we've had called Indiana on CNN and nothing else, but on Fox News we've got Virginia, right? And something else.
Yeah, I mean, CNN has still literally only called Indiana.
Ooh, Allison is a Biden fan.
But we got a Biden fan here.
Very much.
A Biden fan or a Biden predictor?
She's
Or
a
not-
Biden supporter.
Biden
Mm.
Mm-hmm.
Join
It's
the
all right.
club.
We respect everybody.
It's okay. We've got people who like everybody. Like, we got some Joe Jorgensen fans here on
Well,
this.
I mean, Piano Man voted for Joe Jorgensen, so
Is that
It's not Joe
confirmed
Biden,
yet?
though. Yeah, it's
You voted-
confirmed. Why would I
Joe-
lie about
Well, I didn't know if you were confirming it or not. If you voted
it?
for
Yeah, I'm
Joe.
confirmed. Joe Jorgensen. I voted for
Yeah.
Joe.
From our viewer, oh, she says she is a fan. She's confirming.
Yeah.
word.
What's your top 3 reasons to vote for Biden? Just curious.
We actually
Debate.
have
Debate. JBM should just aggressively debate.
Just do a
every-
live
I love
stream
it.
debate.
I do the JBM debate. JBM's ask Biden supporters why they like Biden.
To be fair,
No.
Juice Box Magoo definitely gave us one really good reason I hope you share is that if the Republicans win, then if Antifa does anything in the streets, he's just going to mow them down.
I didn't say
Yeah,
anything.
he listed
That's
that
not what I
as a
said.
positive, a great thing about Trump.
You did.
Yeah.
That is not what I said. I said,
Here's our
Be
first.
less
first
wait,
one.
hold on, Allison. I forgot to make the rule. You can't say Trump. Like, you have to have reasons that
Who
don't
makes the
include
rules?
Trump.
That's a real rule.
She can answer however she wants, I feel
Answer
like.
however
I
she
mean,
wants.
okay, you can. I'm just saying. I feel like that's not helpful. Like, I want to know what he's going to do.
The first fact.
All right, you
I
can have
believe it'll
one
be
answer.
less polarizing than Trump. That is, I'll agree with that.
I agree.
Yeah,
Easy.
I mean, I think that's definitely would be true.
Okay.
I don't know.
One Trump answer. One Trump answer. That's legit. Sorry. I wasn't trying to be aggressive. I meant to say that when I asked the question.
He doesn't mean to be aggressive. He just is.
It's all right.
You like
that's,
Trump, right?
that's what Travis says.
Number 2, I think he
values.
has more values that align with my beliefs and a society I want my kid to succeed in.
Okay.
Good answer.
All right.
Why is it a good answer, Midnight Mark?
Well, because obviously this is a person who has done her research. So, I mean, hey, if she has certain beliefs that align with Joe Biden, then, hey, good on him.
What are you? This is an opinion podcast. What are you doing?
What? I mean, I don't.
No,
I'm not
well,
gonna sit here and tell somebody like what to think.
No one's telling you to do that. I was asking you why you thought it was a good opinion.
Oh, I just thought it was fine.
Or do you? Why
I mean,
can't I get this?
Well, okay.
I mean,
what I
like
would say
Joe Biden
is
because
that
if I voted for Joe Biden, it's elder abuse. So like,
I can understand people making the case against
Oh,
Trump
hold
on
up.
character issues.
You can't have number 3 also be about Trump.
3.
That's weak.
He's not a Cheeto. Let's
That's
go.
weak. You don't
Greatest
like this?
comment.
This is really his hair.
We'll see. We'll see how the Cheeto does.
Trump passed Biden in Georgia.
I should probably leave that one up for a while.
According to
Not a
Fox
Cheeto.
News.
I'm really interested in this Broward County
Actually,
situation.
why are you still Allison Abbott?
What?
Hmm?
Bro, this podcast is now about her life? You gotta
Yeah,
chill.
why are we?
You gotta calm down.
Um,
Do you have any children? Where do you live?
Yeah, how many
I mean, what are you
What's
talking
your
about?
address? Can you give us your credit card numbers?
yeah. What's your social security number? Hey, we have 4 viewers now.
4
We're all
viewers.
hyped up.
Yeah.
We're hyped
Yeah,
up
yeah.
here. We don't know how to handle ourselves. We never had this many viewers in our life.
Yeah, we don't know what to do.
Wait. We have a YouTube discussion going on here. Clayton
Yeah,
said,
we were just talking
"What
about.
are those values?" He's talking to
Yeah,
Allison.
come on. Racial
What are-
equity, man.
Dude, how
Oh,
do
no.
you see this? I can't even see it.
Are we on like a delay?
Yeah, we're like a 30-second delay.
Okay, because it seems like she's like just a touch behind. But nonetheless, who's our other viewers? Comment on something.
I can't see.
Oh, she's
it's-
out. She was bored.
Paul, you got
Don't you
any,
dare switch to the daily
No,
live.
I didn't come in with the joke fast enough.
Yeah, bro, what are you doing? We still got 4.
what
Hit him with a
happens?
joke.
The Trump guy comes in and tries to ask her questions, scares him off. We're here.
Well,
He
speaking
said,
of
I
JVM,
feel like you're not actually saying anything.
True, but come on.
Respect.
speaking of JVM,
But
I,
maybe she has something to say. Uh-oh. Hey-oh, she told us about the kids. Little one ready for bed. Thanks for watching, Allison.
Thank you.
Bye. Authorities. I saw this story. About authorities were chasing a suspect through several Michigan counties. He was fleeing on Halloween night, driving drunk. You know how those crazy drunk drivers do. They found him. He was sleeping in a McDonald's parking lot. And anyway, Juicebox Magoo, they released him on bond, and he says he doesn't remember a thing, but his car is all banged up. So
I got a pardon.
What?
Wait, what?
Hey,
I'm so
it's
confused
Nick
by that.
Lane.
Oh, it's
Nick
Lane
Lane's
in
on
the house.
Nick Lane in the house.
What's up, boy?
All right, let's
Fox
get some
News.
Nick
election.
Lane,
updates.
what's your prediction?
What's your prediction?
Comment in the
Comment
section below.
Grand Commission's prediction.
Biden,
The Grand
is up by
Commissioner.
0.6%.
Yeah, in the chat we got five viewers. Who y'all going for
We have a
tonight?
chance for reconciliation.
Oh, hey, do we know anything about Mitch McConnell right now?
I don't know anything. Hang on, let me look.
All right, so.
He won. He's checkmate. He won.
Oh, he won.
They called it.
They called it.
Do we have any election updates here?
Oh, baby. We got some big time places closing in 10 minutes, boys. Nicholas.
Okay.
Red wave.
Oh, shoot.
We got a big comment here from Clayton saying he just voted for Trump because he has the same Ray-Bans. Or maybe Biden. Wait, does Trump wear Ray-Bans? I've never seen him wear Ray-Bans.
Yeah, I've
He
never
does wear
seen Trump
sunglasses.
I've seen Biden wear.
Oh, I see what he says. He's saying, I find it interesting. All 3 reasons she gave for voting for him didn't actually say anything about him. I voted for him because he has the same Ray-Bans I do. Like, basically, yeah.
Gotcha. Yeah. Well.
Dude, I feel like all the news stations right now are trying to play up that like Florida's close, but like it's not gonna be.
Maybe. I don't know. We'll
You don't
see.
think so?
I'm really interested.
I mean, They've
Walker, what
reported
do you-
almost all of the.
Tell me what core values you believe Donald Trump to have.
Me?
Ooh.
Oh. Oh, I've
me?
got. Remind
You know-
me in a minute.
you know,
I've got a
Joe.
spicy question from Piano Man, but go ahead with that.
You know, Joe.
You
Is it a
asked me
question
the
for me? I thought he was asking. Who's he asking?
No, he was asking you.
Get ready for
Who?
Who are you
What?
talking to?
Midnight Mark. Midnight
Wait.
Mark asked you a question, JB.
Yeah. So, what core values does Donald Trump have that you believe in that makes you wear his physical hair?
Who is the you?
I mean, I think that his administration
Travis Brock
believes
hey.
in me keeping more of my money. I think he
I like
believes in
that.
you keeping more of your money.
So you're
And I
going
think-
with the 50 cent deal, a little pump.
I mean, no, I'm not really going with that deal. I guess in a broad sense, sure. But I mean, like narrowed down, I just feel like what Donald Trump's administration has done is it, first of all, it put me in a position to be able to buy my own business, right? Start my own business. And then it also put me in a position to be able to employ a couple of people that I otherwise would not have been able to employ until I had grown some. And to me, that is really good for the economy. And I think that was pretty clear that was good for the economy until, coronavirus. But to me, that's a huge thing. Amy Coney Barrett sealed it for me. As some of you guys know, I was very much off the train for most of COVID because I thought it was handled so badly, and I don't think we ever should have closed anything. But then in the last couple months, when RGB died and he puts ACB up, I was like, all right, I'm in. That's when I started flying my Trump flag. That's when I started getting back on the train. So those are two big things for me. I don't really like his first two appointments as much, but I like her. I think she's legit, and I like being able to keep more of my own money, and I like being able to help other people make money and employ people.
Good answer.
All right. Nice.
Also,
All right.
also he's a Cheeto. So
Cheeto.
No.
Oh, I see Paul Ayers. Haven't seen him in a
Oh,
while.
they're in the house.
Oh.
Just
All
tell
right,
our
let's
viewers.
do this. So, Walker, you're open about voting for Joe, the other Joe, the Joe
Jorgensen?
without
Not
Joe
yet.
without it, Joe without
Not the
it.
elderly Joe.
Yeah,
The
not elder abuse Joe,
lady Joe.
Lady Joe. So,
Yeah.
can you walk us through why you would vote third party this time?
Yeah, what was
Specifically.
the
And what is it about Joe? Because I understood why you voted for Gary Johnson 4 years ago. It seemed pretty clear to me, but I don't really know. Like, Joe Jorgensen does not seem to align as much with him, and
Too
doesn't
thirsty.
have,
Sure.
and doesn't even have nearly as strong a campaign.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I was actually going to vote for Donald Trump in this election, mostly due to the fact that I feel like Democrats tried to impeach him, and there wasn't enough evidence, and they literally just voted to impeach him just because they had the votes to do it. So that really turned me off to the whole Democratic Party as a whole. But then I watched the first debate, and I just imagined that that's how every single meeting with Trump would go, was that people would try to talk, and he would just talk over them constantly, just and nothing. I just felt like his meetings were probably horrible, and I just didn't want a leader that was like that. So then I was like, well, maybe if he has another terrible debate, I'll vote for Joe Biden. But then I feel like Trump did pretty decently the second debate. So I was like, I'll go with Joe Jorgensen because she does have a lot of values, at least economically, that I would agree with. So I felt good about my vote.
She is very bad at campaigning, though.
sorry, we can get back to old Joey, but we got 81% in Florida, and Trump just took the lead again. And I'm pretty sure every single other one of these counties is red historically.
Big news.
Oh my goodness!
On Magic in the Attic.
What is?
You're breaking news here.
Okay. Miami-Dade County, 86% in. Biden up by 8. Hillary Clinton won it by 30.
So if we assume
That's
if we assume the last 20% of the votes coming here are going to be election day votes, this is where I really want to see what happens. You can see this is where we're going to see Trump really win by 5% in Florida, and we're going to know whether it's going to be a Trump night or
Or a not Trump night.
yeah. Because all the projections I've seen so far is we could see a huge win for Trump in Florida. If that happens, I just feel like it's going to happen everywhere.
Man,
But we got to see.
whoa, what's happening?
Paul needs to mute his
Paul
mic.
just walking around the phone.
Okay, bye.
Our moderator just walking around.
We're lost without him.
Have there been any other states called other than Indiana?
They called Vermont for Biden, so it's not a Trump sweep.
Not a Trump sweep.
So Vermont for Biden, what was he projected at? And like, do we know?
What? In Vermont?
I'm gonna look at 38 and see what percent chance they were giving him.
Dude, how you believe in that man?
What do you mean? Believe in what?
Nate Silver has been trash on politics.
Didn't he call Trump's win?
I can still look and see what percent chance he was giving them.
I thought he did. I thought Nate Silver was the
All
one
right,
that told
all right.
everybody to.
No, Nate Silver had Hillary Clinton like 80% or something.
Or more.
Oh, I thought it was Nate. I thought Nate was the one that said, "Don't be shocked."
Oh, what are you doing?
Paul.
You didn't even know we can hear him. We're about to hear him.
What the? Oh.
Hey, let me ask you this. Over or under?
Hold up. Paul. The next
What's
time
up?
you leave, you mute your mic, dude.
Oh, sorry. What?
Those
Is he like, shoot, what did I just go do? What did they hear?
I mean, it wasn't anything bad. I just took a phone call and peed. That was all.
I mean,
So,
loud.
okay. So,
Was it loud?
Yeah, very.
dude, look.
Oh.
Broward and Miami-Dade.
Word.
Agreed,
Awesome.
Paul. He's not doing great in Broward right now, but he's doing fantastic at Miami-Dade.
Trump
Oh,
is
here we go, boys.
by
Polls are closing.
0.2.
Polls are
Polls are
closing in several states.
Broward County and Miami-Dade is the key in Florida from our listener, Paul Ayers.
Paul Ayers. He's
He
right.
would agree.
Uh-oh. They just called 4 states.
And yeah, Paul Ayers hung on to the even through me peeing. So
4
That's
states
pretty
for Biden.
impressive.
that's impressive.
Hey, so far, 2 people on this podcast have peed during said podcast.
Yeah.
Pretty good. They just called 4 states for the Democrat Joseph.
Which four? Which
Oh
one?
wait, I didn't mean to
District
call
of
you
Columbia. Shoot. District of Columbia, Delaware, Maryland, and what was the other one? Oh, Trump won Oklahoma. Big surprise, boys. What was the other one they just called? Hold on.
Where do you see Biden's only up by 8%?
CNN. Let's see. Maryland, Delaware, District of Columbia. What was the other one? I'll see in just a second. None of them were shockers.
Okay,
Massachusetts.
NBC just called a bunch of other stuff. They
Yep.
called Oklahoma, Maryland, New Jersey, Vermont, and Massachusetts. They already called Vermont. Oklahoma for Trump, the rest for Biden.
Trump landslide.
Hillary
coming in
won
hot.
that by how much?
She won it by 30. I think the same thing's happening in Ohio. I think they're just like releasing part of their numbers to give people hope. Biden up by 20% in Ohio. The heck? I guess
Early
you got to keep
voting,
people
man.
watching.
Paul.
Biden's up by 5,000 votes in Georgia.
All
Only
right, I'm
10%. No.
Man, I can't find my stupid.
Hey, ask a question or something. We can't have our viewers just watching us sit here.
I mean, Trump is still up by 30% in Virginia, and Biden has the check mark. So
Okay, so all right. So what's the first big indicator we're looking for? I mean, what do you think will be called first, Georgia or Florida?
Georgia is not
Georgia.
an indicator, bro. If
If
he
goes
loses
Biden,
Georgia, go to
that's an
bed.
indicator.
I guess that's true. Here's
I mean,
what I'm
let's
looking
see.
at.
Right now, AP has it kind of tossed up.
I have Florida and North Carolina being big ones.
What
I think
is
one of
the
the
deal
first
with,
things we need to know when Florida gets called, though.
what is the deal with Virginia? Like, why is AP calling it for Joe Biden even though Trump is way ahead?
Virginia?
With
Like I was
half the
saying.
vote reporting.
I mean, I was
That's what I'm
saying,
saying.
like,
I don't understand. Like,
if the results are showing that it's more favorable for Biden.
Yeah,
than
I just
Trump
don't
did
trust
last
that
year.
though.
I'll tell you where it is again. Hold on.
They wouldn't call it unless they're pretty sure, though.
Yeah. All right, so it's 44-26 Biden right now.
Biden with an early lead in Texas, up 250,000 votes.
Do
That's
we
a
want
lot.
another terrible joke?
I mean,
We
I
want
think it's
questions.
literally only Dallas and then some suburb outside of Dallas reporting right now. But still,
Do we have any good questions?
All right, so is it even so? Have they already called Trump or the Kentucky Senate seat for Mitch McConnell?
I believe so.
All right, so like this, here's my personal question: like, is it even possible to unseat somebody like Mitch or somebody like Nancy Pelosi out here? Like, how would you even go about doing that? It seems like there's so much fundraising momentum behind them. There's no way to get it done.
I don't
You
think
would
they
have
can.
to get huge on Twitter.
I think
You would
the
need a
only-
mini Trump.
Yeah, so the only way somebody like that can lose is if the people actually get so fed up that they go for the other party, or if that person just gives up. That's it.
I mean, I think they can be primaried. We've seen that happen
But
from
no
time
one,
to time.
but like no one does that. The only time that happens is if like the party completely loses interest. And the thing about it is that Mitch McConnell is in such a powerful position in the Senate that they'll never primary him because they don't want to get like. I think the state of Kentucky likes that. I think the Republicans in Kentucky like that Mitch McConnell has the power that he has in Washington.
Well,
What, the power to be a sea turtle?
And
it's
I
just a
get it.
majority
But wasn't he
leader.
like
get
the head of the Senate or whatever forever?
Paul Ayer says Trump slide, guys.
Yeah,
Well,
he,
but-
Mitch is
I
the
get-
majority leader. They usually don't give the position to anyone but the most entrenched stronghold states.
Mitch
Yeah,
McConnell.
I mean,
I
yeah,
just don't
fair
get
point.
why there's a
McConnell is
position
board
that
and I can't take it.
I don't get why there's a position in the Senate that decides when
Here we go.
certain
Projection, CNN.
stuff gets put
Donald
onto
Trump
the floor.
wins Kentucky. What the heck?
Wow, cool.
Awesome.
Not
Oh,
call
wow.
that.
Cool.
I think
Sorry,
they're
go
a
ahead.
little- I think they're a little
I just
behind.
don't get why is there a person that decides when certain things get to be on the floor? Like, I don't know. It just seems
Like a
stupid
human
to me.
being. Yeah, that's kind of weird.
Like, there should be a representative, maybe. I mean, that's kind of what he's supposed to be, but instead he gets to like decide everything for the Senate. It just
You know
doesn't
why?
make sense.
Oh, Biden up 80% in Pennsylvania. Blowout.
80%, so it's 90-10.
Wait. Sorry. 80 to 20. Biden has 80%. Sorry. Okay, Trump's tied it in Georgia. Actually, he's taking the lead. No, he's down by like 300 votes.
early Ohio vote leaning Biden, but it's really early. It's still just like 1%.
It's 31%. He's up by 18, but it looks like they've counted all the big places first. They haven't filled in the map really.
So are you going to explain to me why one dude gets to make all the decisions? Or
Oh, yeah. I don't think it's a good reason, like politically or like for us. I just think it's like Loki says in the Avengers. He says you were made to be ruled. Like you want someone to tell you what to do. So anytime someone has authority, we just like keep giving them more, so we don't have to make as many choices. It's crazy, but I just feel like it's kind of human nature.
if that's your philosophy, you should be voting for Joe Biden for president 2020.
I knew that was coming. Yeah.
If that's my philosophy,
Yeah, if anyone likes to be ruled.
He's saying you're an auth, bro.
Yeah, no, well, I think that's...
you could really say the same for Trump, but whatever.
Yeah, I mean, true.
Well, yeah, but I think Joe gets us there quicker, right? The GOP, they're all going to the same place. You know, as we've said before, the GOP or the progressives or the GOP is just the same as the progressives. They're just driving the speed limit, right? Like they're just.
Oh, Michael Malice would be so mad at that rendition of his phrase, but yeah.
Whatever. That's what it is.
Yeah.
I mean, they're all going to the same place. Just maybe, you know, the GOP, it takes 20 years, and with the Democrats, it's going to take like 5 or something. But we're headed the same way. The Republicans now are further left than when Obama got elected, just about. I mean, reality is in government, the choice between... I'm just going to keep talking since no one said anything. Okay. I just think, you know, at the end of the day, there used to be a choice, or at least it felt like there was a choice for a long time for people. Not since we've been alive, really, but where people were like, hey, I want to be a Democrat because I think bigger government is better, and I want to be a Republican because I think smaller government's better. Except now that's not what it is. It's just, hey, bigger government is the best thing, but my ideas are better, so pick me. And I think that sucks.
Yeah. I don't know.
I think
Sorry, I feel like this
will be called before Florida.
What?
They called Florida?
Georgia will be called before Florida. Now, didn't you ask that question before? Which one will be called first,
I think Georgia will be
Florida?
Because
Georgia will be called.
Florida Democrats will not allow Florida to be called tonight. I watched. I was watching on MSNBC last night just because I was having some fun watching Maddow cry. They had somebody.
Oh, it's fun.
So they had somebody on from Pennsylvania, and he literally said, "We will not call the state for days." He's like, "If any news network calls the state for us, they are lying. We're not calling it."
Yeah, it was the Attorney General.
Every single vote. And we will not call it for multiple days until every single vote is accounted for. I'm just like...
So aggro.
Like,
the Attorney General.
Is that who it was?
Yeah. He was like, he said, Trump is 0-6 against us in court. Don't worry. We'll make sure we count every vote we find. We will never lose. And I'm like, how are you the Attorney General and tweeting this out?
Lose. What?
They would be able to do whatever they wanted, and Trump couldn't beat him in court. He just tweeted it out. What are you doing? Everything's insane.
Illinois, they're calling for Biden. Can you believe it?
It's over.
Completely.
It's over. Oh man.
America.
They still got Virginia, but nobody else has called it.
People who think that Donald Trump...
I'm not marking Virginia on my map.
Who called it?
Fox News.
Fox called it apparently.
Fox called it like 45 minutes ago, right?
Called what?
Yeah. Virginia. But
I mean,
Fox called Fox called Virginia with less than 1% in.
That's what I'm saying. They called it so long ago. And what is he right now there?
I'll wait till it comes around. But I mean, it's huge. Trump is
Yeah.
up so big. Trump's closing the gap in Ohio now.
Trump is running away in Florida. He's up 1.2 now, and he was down by 0.6 a minute ago. He's moving. All these
Hey.
red counties are coming in.
Paul brings up a good point. Don't we have our selections for today? Has anyone gotten one wrong yet?
Let's see.
I
Looks
will
like
have
Paul Ayers says that his
That's real.
his map's wrong. Which state did you get wrong so far?
Yeah, I don't
Virginia?
think I've missed anything yet.
I have missed Virginia if it don't go like that.
Yeah, I didn't pick him to win Virginia, so that's not a big deal to me.
So we have 2 Biden predictions and 2 Trump predictions on here, right?
For Virginia?
Yeah,
Oh,
I predicted that Trump would win slightly.
How about this, boys? I got some breaking news. New York Times reporting Trump will likely win both Georgia and
Okay,
Florida.
all right, okay.
Can
So now 25%
This is
in
breaking news, man. This was big.
breaking news.
25% in for Virginia, and they still have Trump up by 30%, and they're still calling. This is so funny.
You interrupted my breaking news to say something you've been saying for 40 minutes.
No, I thought you asked me to tell you what it said.
That's very typical Midnight Mark.
All right, we'll come back to that.
What's the breaking news?
New York Times reporting he's going to win both. The forecasted likelihood of Trump winning Georgia is 60%. The forecasted likelihood of Trump winning Florida, 94%.
Shoot.
King.
That seems big.
Interesting.
I didn't know. How the heck is Georgia going to be closer than Florida? Is that crazy?
Yeah, that's why I'm like, maybe Florida was actually an outlier here.
I don't know.
Because you had huge turnout today, and I just don't see that happening in other states. I saw Pennsylvania may have huge turnout, which is good for him, for Trump at least.
Where did?
Pennsylvania, I think, did.
I think they did too. And then it sounded like as the day went on, there was like no one voting.
Who's it in the bag for? Paul Ayers? He says this is in the bag.
Who's in? Oh, wait.
For Trump.
I think our listener, Paul
Why is
Ayers.
that? Why
Okay.
is it in the bag for Trump?
Our listener, Paul Ayers, has sent me a list of 10 reasons why Trump will win. But I want his confirmation if we're allowed to discuss that on air. So,
Right.
Paul Ayers, listener, viewer, our only viewer at the moment.
First stream ever.
Paul Ayers, tell me if it's okay, or actually do this because there's a lot of them. Tell me the specific ones you would like us to discuss. Like 3 of the specific ones.
Just go
What?
one by one.
Read the whole list and then
Let's see what he
and
says.
then we'll cherry.
Let's see
Okay,
what he
well, I
says.
want to make sure
Our
he's.
brackets are live.
Hey, Miami-Dade, 89% in. Trump down 8.7.
He said go in order.
Wow.
All right, let's kick this podcast up a notch.
Okay, let's
Go
do
in
this.
order.
Listener. Okay. Number one reason that he will win the presidency. He's an incumbent president. The power of the incumbency cannot be underestimated. We just keep re-electing presidents traditionally, whether it be the devil you know syndrome, name recognition, or even the power of the incumbent to put his finger on the scale. The incumbent president has information that his opponent does not have. He wields immense power. Thoughts?
There's definitely a lot of truth to that. Like I think if COVID didn't happen, Trump was going to cakewalk. But then I just feel like COVID kind of threw like a wrench in the incumbency thing. But I don't know. Still to be seen. Jury's out.
Yeah.
Do you think that enough people, well, what percentage of people do you think are still like just terrified of COVID? Don't want to go outside, don't want to go anywhere where people are?
What percent of people?
I'd say 5%. Or like where? Like in Georgia? or
No,
United
across the
States?
country. And I don't mean like there's still some places
I'd
where
say
you
5%.
can't do anything, but like people like that are just totally willing to go do something if there's something to do, that they don't really care about any of this anymore.
I feel comfortable saying it's in the 5 to 10% range.
It's shrunk pretty considerably.
Yes. I would probably agree with that. 5 to 10% of people who like
The people are
refuse
still
to go
scared to
outside.
death.
Yeah.
To me, see, I feel like that's a really small number. Like relative to like if you were talking about this like 4 months ago, it's probably at that point still like 40%.
Yeah, we
Yeah,
were
I
still in
mean-
lockdown,
Like how much
but
do
we didn't
you
have
think?
a lot of information. But yeah,
Travis is a robot.
What?
You're
What,
kind of a
robot?
robot right now. Yeah.
yeah, you're like lagging out. You're
I'm
good.
gonna watch. But all right, so like, I don't know. I feel like that to me means there's Democrats out there who got to be sitting here going, "Man, why are we doing this?" Like they lost their business or know someone who business or maybe barely saved their business, and they're
You're
going,
saying there's
"Man,
going to be a big Democrat vote for Trump?
I think there's going to be kind of a secret
I mean,
one, yeah, not
so
a big
I-
one, but
so
all
I-
it is 2%. That's enormous."
But I
in
agree
some
with
of these.
Well, I agree with Piano Man because, like, all right, I think that the economy was in such a boom, and there was literally the only thing that you could really accuse Trump of was, kind of what
winning.
what Alice was saying is that he's kind of rude and obnoxious and a Cheeto, right? That's it. But as like a president, somebody who's passing laws, somebody making our like country better, he was doing awesome. Like it's funny, JBM. I don't know if you remember this, but like 2.5 years into his presidency, so like I don't know, really like around this time in 2018, right? You and I had this conversation about how like what's the only thing that could take Trump down, and you were like, I think you said, I don't know, man, something would have to happen to like the entire world, and like the entire economy would have to tank some way. And that's literally like what Piano Man said. Like the only reason why this election is even going to be close, it took a global pandemic that is affecting the entire planet to even.
Can we even
make
call
this
it pandemic anymore?
Well, I'm just
I'm
saying,
kind of
like,
offended by that.
I'm just saying, like, it.
Yes, you can definitely call it a
Yeah,
pandemic.
we definitely
You
can
can't
call it a
pandemic.
pandemic.
But what I'm just saying,
Definitely qualifications of a pandemic.
it took that for it to even be close. To even be a close race. You know what I mean? So think
This
about
means
what happens
worldwide.
Yeah.
Keep rates alert.
Fox News is officially calling Indiana.
Cool.
Oh, how about this? So it's the exact opposite. So in Alabama, they're calling Trump, and Biden is up by 70% right now. But the difference. What?
I just think it's funny because you're not like, I can't believe that they would call it for Trump when he's up 70%.
No, I'm saying like, okay, but there's only 2% in, right? In Virginia, there's 30% in, and he's still up that much. Like that's the difference.
I can't believe they called Virginia.
That is crazy.
Like, no, I get
what's
it.
Number
I get
two?
Uh-huh.
What's number 2 on the list? Juice box Magoo.
What's number 2?
Hold up.
Something's happening. But what? If something's happening, you got to tell us what's happening.
Now,
something.
I don't know, but he's blurry and robot again.
I switched over to
North
Fox.
Carolina, Biden 12%, 55% reported. All right, here we go. Number 2, incumbent. What?
Go ahead. Sorry.
Okay. Oh, 2, incumbent presidents have traditionally lost. I'm assuming he means the ones that have traditionally lost due to either nomination interest from their own party or substantive third-party candidate like Ted Kennedy ran against Jimmy Carter. Democratic Party nomination The Democratic Party nomination process, it ensured we can Carter. Oh, there's a lot here. Hold on, I'm gonna do something.
So basically, like, the only reason why an incumbent ever loses is because something gets in their way, right?
That seems like the point.
And I really do think that, like, it's weird because I don't think there's been a lot of like great third party candidates in my time of being able to vote, but I can't think it. So I've voted now this is my fourth election I've voted in. And in the first three, there was always three people on the ballot. But I don't even remember. I don't even think Joe Jorgensen was on my ballot at all. I think I had to write her in. So it's the first time.
Joe Jorgensen was definitely on the ballot.
Definitely on the ballot, bro.
Oh,
She was on the ballot in all 50 states.
I mean, I didn't see her name on it. Maybe I just like.
He just knew what he was looking for and just circled it.
And just went for it. But like, I'm just saying, I can't think of a time where the third party candidate was seriously this insignificant. It's like Joe Jorgensen is
such
of
a
nothing.
Ugh. So
right,
thirsty. She wants it too bad. Go ahead.
I mean, I respect why Piano Man voted for her. I'm not saying that like you voting for her was dumb, but I do think that like I think in regards to what Paul has said in his point number 2, like that makes sense why he feels that way, because there literally is nothing in Trump's way except for Biden.
You think there's nothing in Trump except Biden?
Well, in terms of like in terms of like
what about Joe Jorgensen?
Oh, okay, yeah.
Oh, what about Green Party candidate Howie Howerton or whatever his name is?
Who the heck is that?
I like this third question though. I like this third one.
Go to number 3.
Yeah, I went to 3.
Walker, read number 3 with your sultry voice.
It's hard to read it as is, but let me pull it back up. Number 3 is about because the economy is doing really, really well, considering a lot of the Democratic and Republican measures taken from the COVID-19 situation. He talks about how, and this is what Trump likes to say too, how the stock market is doing really well, and over 50% of Americans say they're doing better economically than 4 years ago. That's the reason why he will be reelected. Agree or disagree?
I mean, how quickly did the stock market bounce back? Like super quick, right?
Yeah, and you know why, right? This is where I'm gonna get heated, but that's fine.
Why? You ready? No, do it. Why?
Because of the Federal Reserve.
I mean, yeah, probably.
Yeah, they literally instated unlimited quantitative easing, so they could buy unlimited amounts of bonds. They literally propped up the stock market, and the reason that
how
you
much
have
money didn't they put $1.5 trillion? They just pumped $1.5 trillion into it.
they pumped an unlimited amount, but yeah, it was.
That's why
like
money
that.
is not real. Oh my goodness, money is not real. It's so ridiculous.
Paul says, "Oh wait, James
We got
Kazelka."
another red wave.
Red wave.
Yeah, James Kazelka.
What up, James?
What up, James?
All I know is like JBM, you seriously have to like log out and log back in because your connection is trash.
Or is anyone else experiencing it, or is it just you?
No, your connection's trash.
It's really bad, dude.
All right, I'm out.
Just log back in.
But yeah,
I will. Yeah, hold on. Let me read number 3 verbatim, so it kind of understand this. The economy. Again, for the 2 people we have on here, this is why a friend of ours thinks that Trump will be reelected. Number 3. The economy seems to be doing really well considering most of Democratic and Republican governors have been dropping atomic bombs in their own state economies via draconian and, dare I say, Orwellian measures to protect us from an alleged virus that doesn't seem very life-threatening in this person's humble opinion. Also, the trade war with China was a risky gambit, but has been going very well for the U.S. thus far. Our stock market is doing well, and over 50% of Americans say they are doing better economically than they were 4 years ago. So, I actually agree with that.
I'm just against the whole stock market being up as a measure. But if people think that they're doing better economically, that's
Yeah.
what matters. That's a
JB
better stat to me.
JBM is clear again.
Yeah, you look way better.
Larry is not white. Larry is clear.
Yeah, you clear.
Okay, Florida, 90% in, Trump up 2%.
Yeah, I see that on Fox as well.
Is it going to get to 5?
Yeah.
That's the key. That's the key for me.
5.
right.
I agree. I mean, to be honest, if he's at 4, I'm going to be thinking something's up. But
Georgia,
because what, Obama won it by 2.6 or something
Trump
at
is
his
up,
peak?
Trump is up 4% in Georgia too. All right.
Hold up, Killer. Nah.
Oh,
CNN is reporting that Trump is up 14% in
up 14%.
Is it 14? It looked like
Yeah.
4, but my screen
56
is
to
blurry.
42.
What?
Who had Georgia in doubt? Fox.
Well, I can
Fox.
I can tell you what it is in a minute.
I had Georgia in doubt because I live here, and I told you I saw more Biden signs than Trump signs whenever you asked me that question a while back.
Yeah.
All right, that's valid. That's valid. I meant what station people were getting the information, but
I don't know.
All right, what's number 4?
Number 4 as to why PA thinks Trump will be reelected. Speaking of the virus, Trump is being portrayed and maybe subtly positioned himself as the anti-lockdown, pro-business, reasonable candidate, which I think is positive. Look at his rallies. That brings us to number 5, which we'll get into in a second. So
yeah, I'm totally on board with this one.
Yep. Any dispute over number 4?
No, I think in one aspect, the pandemic totally hurt his chances, and then in the other, it totally helped his chances the longer it went on.
Yeah, I definitely think he helped himself more, like make sure he locked down the working class persons. Preacher Paul, you have had no opinion. He is muted. All right.
Is he talking?
So, yeah, but he's muted.
He's sitting there talking, man.
Sorry,
Hello?
I forgot that I had muted myself. No, I was saying I agreed with the proposition you just said that he's been pro business. Yeah,
Okay.
sounds good to me.
Number 4 does lead into number 5. So let me read number 5 and we can get into the discussion a little more. So number 5, so number 4 ends with look at his rallies. That brings us to number 5. His campaign rallies are just electric. They are jam-packed with people who are not social distancing, not wearing masks. This, I believe, is very appealing to the silent majority, albeit increasingly less silent by the day. This also demonstrates that his campaign has momentum, and when you show Biden and Trump's rallies side by side, it's just hilarious. That's what
America.
Yeah, I was gonna say JBM likes this take. I'm sure.
I do like that take. Here's my thing. Do I think that people should be not social distancing? No, but want to? Do I think they should? Yes. Like people want to just be all up on each other, like where people are sick, then the ability to do so, even if it's stupid. I don't think that plays a role in that. Like,
yeah. Well, it's like I was saying. It was like I was saying a couple weeks ago. Like this whole thing with the coronavirus is like people are not even allowed to be sick. It's like you're a bad person if you just simply get sick. It's really annoying.
Are y'all watching this? CNN is going, Trump wins West Virginia, Arkansas too early to call. Yeah, okay. Arkansas is going to Biden.
Yeah, no, they've called Arkansas on Fox.
Yeah.
Of course they
Never
have.
know. You never know.
Oh, key rest alert.
So the results are in.
All right. Piano Man, do you have something you wanted to say? Stop.
Well, I can't disagree with the take about if you want to be close to someone during the middle of a pandemic, you can. I just get the other side where they say, it's a public health crisis or whatever. So you're trying to limit the spread for the greater good. But I think we're in America. You should be able to freely choose what you want to do.
Right.
Right. And here, so I understand if they want to say, hey, everything government related, we're shutting it down. And then people would probably follow suit. But like, if you own a restaurant and you're like, I'm willing to assess the risk of people coming in here and maybe getting stuff, and people are willing to come there and also take that risk, like, you should definitely do that.
Right.
Like, it's insane to me that I'm lucky that I have an insurance agency and like we're essential or whatever, so I never had to worry about not being able to go to my work. I would have thought it like some of these in California that refuse to close their hair salons, their barber shops. They're like, make money. Like,
Yeah.
you can't do this. And all of those people are winning in their public perception argument.
And I definitely think that is one of the reasons why it's looking good for Trump in Florida, because Florida kind of never did shut down. Like, I mean, I went on vacation in Florida in July, and you tell me if Florida ever shut down, because I didn't see it. Like,
Yeah.
I mean,
That's another thing.
People in Florida are just happy that their leaders said nah. So
that's going to be another thing to look at is the states that do have big time lockdowns. How are they going to vote in this election? Because
Michigan,
states like
Wisconsin,
North Carolina.
Minnesota, North Carolina. Yeah. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off, but yeah.
No, those are the states I want to look at and see what happens, because those could really come out for Trump. Mm-hmm. But then again, I thought some state like Indiana might vote for Donald Rainwater, but they didn't. So,
hey, he got double digits though. That's huge.
That's nothing.
Joe Rogan is titling his stream "The End of the World" too. So
go check out Joe Rogan's podcast.
All Air says world full of risks. You don't want any risk. Stay home. I agree, Mr. Ayers.
I love it.
It's a very
although staying at home could be a risk as well.
True.
Hey, Donald Trump, popular vote by 1.8% right now, out of 10 million people
on the East Coast.
JBM, I don't know what's happened with your internet, but you back to being a robot. All right.
I just think it's funny the difference between what like different stations and what states they've called.
Yeah, it is really funny.
They want to keep their viewers locked in.
Preacher Paul, you want to give us an update on that?
No, I mean, every station is different. So what update do you want? On the NBC right now?
Which
NBC seems like right now they've called the fewest states. But then
what do
Fox,
they have the electoral total at?
I don't know. They're not showing it right now. I'm waiting for them to go back to it. But I kind of combined their states with so they're showing the electoral at 51 Biden, 42 Trump, and they've called Oklahoma, Indiana, Kentucky, West Virginia, Tennessee for Trump, and then Maryland, Delaware, New Jersey, Rhode Island, Connecticut, Vermont for Biden. But then Fox also had Virginia going to Biden and several other states going to Trump, like Missouri and Arkansas, which seem like pretty safe bets to me. So I have those on my map. I have Mississippi and Alabama in my map too, because I don't know. Those seem like I don't see those going for Biden. But
here we have a comment from Paul Ayres. We're not high and thus not prepared to watch Joe Rogan. And to that, I will say you must speak for yourself. I'm just kidding.
Kyle, we got Kyle Kalinske and Tim Dillon on Joe Rogan. Looks like it's
Is
gonna be
Alex
cool.
really coming on though?
What's up?
Is Alex Jones really going to be on tonight? Because he invited himself like 4
He
times.
invited himself. I don't know if he's like,
He's like, bro, we're getting hammered. We are hammered on election night, right? He's like, I guess so. Maybe you can come over.
That was what a weird interview.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. Number 6 reason why Donald Trump is getting reelected by PA. All right.
Okay.
His foreign policy is phenomenal. We are not involved in any new conflicts, and he's pulling us out of Afghanistan allegedly. He's brokered peace with the Middle East conflict and Sudan, and North Korea is gearing up to finally and officially end the armistice with North Korea. I think he means South Korea. That is began in the 50s. People who care about such issues understand if we get a weak president, all of these things could fall through. That is all these deals might fail without the full might and support of the United States and competent commander-in-chief. I 100,000 trillion billion% agree with this, because even if Joe Biden was not a senile lunatic, like freaking, that's the thing that Obama did the absolute worst, is like he literally just bowed down to these people, and they were like, oh, well, we'll just do whatever, you can just do whatever you want, and it made our foreign relations horrible. And I do think the fact that Trump strong arms these people doesn't look bad every time CNN runs like a smear piece about him. Yes, it does look bad. But is he getting it done over there? I think he is. And I think if Joe Biden's our president, that means Kamala Harris has to do all of the foreign work. And all right.
I don't know what Kamala Harris is doing if Joe Biden gets elected. We'll see. Or maybe, hopefully we won't. I don't know. We'll see.
You think Joe Biden is – go ahead. Sorry.
Go ahead, Piano Man.
Take. Sure, he's done a lot of those things, but you can't ignore the fact that he's escalated tensions with China, which is a major power here in the world. To just ignore that fact and say he's done a great job at foreign policy, I think is a big oversight.
But is conflict with China avoidable? I mean, obviously, like the tariffs are a specific thing to Trump, but like, I kind of feel like there would be some level of rising conflict with China, no matter who was president. That's just my take, though.
Yeah, he also seemed like bombing the Middle East a lot. Wait, what?
I don't know how to copy a link on YouTube on my phone.
You just click
it. Okay.
On the YouTube app.
This is Tech Hour with the Magic in the Attic podcast, boys.
But yeah, it's interesting. I think he's overall a net positive on foreign policy. So I'll give you that.
Nice.
I mean, I don't know. I agree with it. Like, I understand what you're saying about how he's had some problems with China or whatever, but I kind of think like that's what China has to have, because China does this crap to us. They try and push us around, and Trump has kind of taken this mindset that is like, nah, you do not push us around like we push you around. And like, I don't know. I think China needs the problem is that our country, starting with George Bush, started believing that we needed China more than they needed us. And I think Trump has realized that it is, we are either equal or it's the other way around.
Yeah, Well, all right, there we are. And
What's next?
All right.
Trump, hold on, updates. Trump closing the gap in North Carolina, the more votes that come in. It was 12%, now it's 6. Trump is up, AP reporting Trump is up 2.5% in Florida. And at the moment, still up by 10, 12 in Ohio at the moment, with 49% in.
Yeah.
Mostly cities, I believe, but
Yeah.
nonetheless.
I
So
mean,
guess there's no-
go ahead.
I was just saying, I guess there's no shocking results so far either direction, but Trump is looking good so far. All right, go ahead.
He's at least looking okay. I don't know that he doesn't have to win North Carolina. It would be nice if he did, but he doesn't have to as long as he gets Ohio.
Is he looking? Are we looking like Ohio's going to Biden though?
Ohio
No.
right now, well, the early voting is for Biden, but it's only like 8% reporting.
Where are you seeing looking at CNN? He's got 49% of the vote in, and he's up 12%.
Oh, I'm looking at AP, so it may be slightly behind what they have on CNN. I don't know. Hang on, let me get on CNN.
Is my connection still bad?
Yeah.
It's like in and out. You streaming anything else?
I mean, yeah, that's where my cable comes from. And me and Kelly are both watching, and she's also on the internet streaming something. So actually, that makes a lot of sense.
That makes total sense.
Mm-hmm.
It takes up a lot more bandwidth than the clean feed. That was the problem I saw with doing this, but we'll get it figured out.
Yeah.
Okay, so CNN has 91% of the vote in. Oh, it just changed. All right, so I'll say something. I'll say it in a second. It's 2.2, but it just moved off, went up or down.
For what? Florida or what?
Florida at 9% in.
Big if true.
90%
Big if true.
How do they already?
Hey, he said he wanted Florida called by like 9. DeSantis.
But it's a little closer than maybe I was anticipating, but I guess we'll see what the last 10% says.
Yeah. I mean, Broward County is going to be until like 2024 when Trump's running for his 3rd term.
Ooh, breaking
Our
news.
InfoWars
Florida.
reporter PA says that
Florida.
his secret internet contacts are predicting Florida as a Trump victory. So
I was going to say, breaking news. Magic in the Eye podcast is calling Florida for Trump.
our investigative reporter PA.
Yeah. All right. So number 7, and this one is the controversial one that when we put this out on audio form might need to get edited. Number 7,
You might need to edit it yourself.
George Floyd incident and Black Lives Matter invasion of politics, sports, and your city's downtown. He's meaning Louisville, Kentucky. Over the past 4 years, Black Lives Matter has become an even more influential political power. This doesn't sit well with most American people. We like to watch sports to forget about politics. Like reacting to virus policies being enacted, most Americans want to be left alone to do what they want. Thanks to modern politics, there is no peace. There is no place to hide. You have to be made aware of all the racist feelings you have buried deep inside your heart by your top fantasy running back, who kneels during the national anthem you enjoy, but stands for the African anthem that follows. Also, Black Lives Matter encourages police defunding, police murder, and they are mostly communists. They also mostly communists. They also burn your city to the ground. This doesn't sit well with most American people. So again, this was not written by any of the 4 of us. This was written by a friend of ours. So what are your takes on that?
I mean, I think that there is a lot of social anxiety around Black Lives Matter and all those things, and that may have an effect on the vote for Trump. Yeah, I mean, the broad strokes of that, I think I would agree with. Yeah. What about JBM? He was just saying Midnight Mark was just saying that when we put out the audio version of this. That part of this might be controversial, but I don't think it will be. That was
I
pretty.
think it's a
tame.
good topic.
Oh, I think it's a good time. I
Yeah.
said that because literally the first word was George Floyd.
Yeah.
What's your take, Piano Man, on that number 7?
Well, I think especially initially watching the George Floyd footage, you're like, I mean, something's wrong here. Something's got to stop, at least police wise. Like, there's no point for this, right? And so you saw this big lashing out from the Black community and America as a whole towards trying to get some things changed. But then I also definitely see the point where it almost felt like, especially sports wise, it was just, I want to say it was pushed too much, but at the same time, from an athlete's perspective, if it's something you want to get behind, I don't see why you wouldn't want to use your art form. And especially you're in a position where you can influence, or not influence, but you're in a position where you can actually say something and people will know about it. So I don't see the big deal. If I were an athlete and I felt really juvenated by a certain political statement, I would probably stand behind it too. So
Right.
It just kind of got annoying because it was so much, like, all the time. You're like, I just want to watch sports, but like,
Right.
I just don't want to see this like all the time.
For me, the better part of this comment has to do with the rioting. I think the fact that like blue states have basically said, stay home, close down your business, don't do anything because the virus is going to kill you, but or don't go to church.
Go vote. CDC
But,
says it's safe to go vote.
Yeah, but you
you have
can
COVID.
rip down a city and you can tear down monuments and you can go have riots and looting, and we're not going to call them riots. They're mostly peaceful. And it's funny that and they're right. So these news places are right. They are mostly peaceful. But they had to come up with that term because just like anything else, mostly peaceful helps with their narrative. They don't want to admit that there are some violent. So,
what means mostly peaceful to you? Like, what do you mean by when you said they are mostly peaceful?
Well, I'm saying that's their thing. So I think most protests in America are peaceful. Most of the time, people go to stand on the street like they're not rioting and looting. And I do believe that there are peaceful protests that turn into riots where people go home, where they're like, I'm not doing this. I came out here for a protest, and they leave. And so, you know what I mean? So I do believe in that. But I think that number 7, what I read, does have more to do with the rioting because I think it affects people more. The sports stuff, I mean, I don't know. I don't know if that's necessarily a win for Trump, but I do think that the rioting and the looting is a win for Trump because if you look at the way the blue and red states handle it, people approve of sort of the way red states handle it more.
Yeah, I can get down with that. But yeah, go ahead.
I was gonna say I know about some of the sports stuff as far as that goes. I certainly don't think it hurt Trump. I do think that the Big Ten coming back, really making it look like his face in the middle of it and like make it happen, I think that actually does help in some really important states where all people wanted was football. And then unfortunately we got it and lost to Michigan. But yeah, that's what I think. Does that make sense?
Interesting. Yeah, it does make sense. I think it is funny though because it is important that he did that for perception wise if he wanted to win, because if those people cared about their college football team, the Big Ten actually has a lot of states that are going to be important if he wants to win. So that's actually funny that he did that, and it was probably a smart move politically for him. Doesn't mean he'll necessarily win, but it was probably smart. Now, as far as the rioting goes, I'll have to agree with Midnight Mark on that too, because you saw a lot of violence like pouring out, right? And then you actually saw polls. It kind of like escalated a lot, and you saw polls actually swinging towards Trump, and then you just see it like kind of died out, and you saw the polls swinging back towards Biden. I just thought that was interesting.
Yeah. By the way, we have 4 viewers at the moment. Let us know who you are. Comment, subscribe, leave us a review, 5 stars. But
submit your questions.
By the way, popular vote, Trump up 2.5%. Red wave.
How is Biden doing in like any of these early swing states?
Ohio, he's up 10.2 and 50% in, but they said we're expecting 50% of their vote to be early voting. So we'll see.
I returned.
Okay. Midnight Mark. CNN is like calling stuff way ahead of where everybody else is, it looks like.
I don't think so.
I think Magic in the Attic's calling it ahead.
Dude, the AP has it 85-72 to Biden, and CNN has it 3-42. The electoral count.
So
MSNBC has it like 50-something to 40-something.
Are there any big
CNN
ones?
doesn't, unless I'm buying.
Wait, what? What's CNN's count?
The AP is ahead.
Yeah. I mean, CNN showing 42.
Hmm.
Let me make sure I'm live.
They
just called something else.
Let's go to number 8.
So what? Yeah. So I was going to say this is actually a perfect segue to number 8. So number 8 of why Donald Trump will get reelected by PA. The polls are super fake. They were fake in 2016. They are fake now.
Not just fake, super fake.
Super fake. And the media and pollsters who are bought and paid for by Trump's enemies, the gambling bookies betting odds, which were in Trump's favor 4 years ago, have become corrupted this time around. The narrative must be in lockstep in order to attempt to demoralize our side, Trump's side. We all know the cookie polls are indicative of a Trump landslide until the next election when the Dems catch on to the cookie polls. First of all, somebody who's better at QAnon, tell me what cookie polls are.
I don't know about cookie polls.
What the heck is a cookie poll? Preacher Paul, how do you not know?
JBM has a comment. JBM is raising a finger.
You don't have to raise
I'm pointing
finger.
at you.
Yeah,
I got
he's
you.
pointing at Preacher Paul.
You're our local QAnon
Yeah,
expert.
I'm the QAnon expert?
This
No
guy,
way.
this guy,
Bro, you listen to Alex
Right
Jones
there.
on the daily.
right there.
Nah, man.
What's a cookie poll,
What's a cookie
man?
poll?
A cookie poll. I don't. That one is lost on me. I don't know what that means.
All right.
Is a cookie
Well, just ask me. He'll tell us.
PPA
All right.
gonna-
Anyways,
he's
referring to this
rabbit hole than I am.
outside the cookie poll, what do we all think about the polls being super fake and bookies and everything being bought for
Joke.
by all that stuff in order to demoralize our soul?
I don't know about the bookies.
No, I think they just overestimate. I think
Wait.
they underestimate
Cookie
Trump
poll?
vote.
Did someone say cookie poll?
He said cookie poll.
No, it's cookie poll.
No, he literally said
They're
cookie poll.
It says look up cookie poll on Google.
Look up cookie.
We're gonna
Okay, whatever.
Google
I
it,
don't
folks.
care about cookie poll anymore. Like, so I mean, do we think that?
No, we're Googling it.
Okay.
Oh, the
Live
cookie poll is
I do
this
know
lady
about
in
it.
Pennsylvania.
Oh, yeah.
She's a lady in
Okay.
Pennsylvania, and for like the last 30 years or something, or 20 years or whatever, they bake cookies for Trump and for Biden, like the 2 weeks before the election, and whoever gets more cookies bought from their has always won. And they have Trump, right?
I have no
Yeah,
idea.
they had
It's the first
Trump.
I've ever heard of
Pretty
this.
Yeah,
sure.
that Trump. All right, Trump
Yeah.
up 2.4% in Florida.
All right, so
Cookie. All right,
polls
I'm into the
are
cookie
coming
poll.
more and more trash because people who answer their phones aren't the demographic of the United States, for one. Registered voters aren't the demographic of the total populace, for number two. But then for number three, the bookies and the sports betting or the betting on the election is accurate. Like, why would you intentionally lose money just so that people thought that somebody was going to win? I don't get that part of the narrative.
I mean,
think,
if
I
you
think,
just hate Trump that much and you think you and you want to like rig it
well,
to win more money,
no, I wouldn't be rigging it. If you hated Trump that much, you would bet money that he would lose, expecting that he would lose. Like, I think
But
those are really a real indication of the true odds of him to win.
so you're saying because they're giving Biden a push in the betting, that actually bodes well for Trump, and it would be the opposite of PA's point.
No.
Or do you think he's just
And they're
wrong?
reflective. Yeah, I think he's wrong. I think that
Okay.
that the betting odds are a true reflection on the real odds. I mean,
All right.
you could still lose even though you have like a 60% like chance to win. Doesn't mean you're going to win, but it's a better reflection than the polls we see from like whatever ABC something.
So here's by the way, busting in with a little news here. Number one, Trump losing the gap in North Carolina at 4.5% now. Number two, we're places that are calling stuff different. CNN is called a total of 72. It's 30 for Biden, 42 for Trump. USA Today has Biden at 88 and Trump at 72. So they have Trump at the same amount they have total on CNN. I don't understand.
You're a robot. I don't know what you said.
I don't know. He's a robot. Okay, so number nine, which is a little bit, I think, of like him speaking his own mind rather than having like a more, I guess, what sounds like an objective opinion. I guess is Trump actually did much of what he campaigned to do, which is insanely refreshing. I literally can't think of a single time when a president actually accomplished anything that he campaigned to do. George W. Bush cut taxes, did not cut taxes after he said he would. I think Obama might have lowered the sea level 5 inches. Trump didn't build the wall, but you get in the sense that he has tried. You don't get in this everything Washington, business, or politics as usual under the Trump administration, meaning like that he's tried to fulfill his promises even if they haven't come true. He had a genius strategy in actually trying to do the stuff we wanted, even if he allegedly doesn't personally believe in our values. He understands that you should dance with the date that has brought you to the dance. Even doing a fraction of what he campaigned on is miles ahead. He currently has a 52% approval, by the way. So I take this to mean like, so I guess he's saying that Trump's good because let's say Trump might be pro-choice, but he knows that his party is pro-life, and so Trump will pass laws that his party wants. I mean, I guess
No. He said he did what he campaigned on. I just want to know some examples of this. Because you only mentioned one thing that he really campaigned on hard and he didn't do. So I'm interested in this.
Well, I think his point is that like Trump had. I think the point of this is that like normally when someone runs, they say I'm going to do X, Y, and Z. Then they become president and they like don't try. They don't even attempt to do their campaign promises. And PA's point is that even though Trump hasn't accomplished everything on his campaign promises, he has at least very much attempted to do so, like building the wall. Now,
But I don't get how you.
well, he said that he was gonna propel the economy, which I mean he definitely did. He said that he was going to put jobs back in America, which he's raised tariffs on a lot of stuff, like we talked about earlier. So I mean, unemployment rate was an all-time low before COVID-19. Black unemployment was at an all-time low. Black business ownership was at an all-time high. So certain things like that he campaigned on came true 100%. So yeah, I mean, and then he talked about draining swamp, which he did in some senses and not in others. He has appointed 3 justices, all of which have been the people that he promised to do. So I mean, I think that Trump has done certain values, and I think that he's done those things, even, I think, but again, to PA's point, like, even if Trump doesn't believe it, he knows that's what the average American person wants, I guess. And so, I don't know. Maybe it's way off base. What do you think?
Not necessarily off base.
Yeah.
It's interesting what you look at. Who was the president before Donald Trump? It was Obama, right?
Mm-hmm.
And he definitely promised to change the healthcare system. Definitely kind of did that. So I don't know what the argument really is here. Like, presidents generally do something that they campaign on.
Yeah, I do think that the argument that Obama did not fulfill his campaign promises is thin.
Yeah, PA says he still stinks in a lot of ways, guys. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. Talking about Trump, I guess.
I do agree with PA about Obama. Him and I have a very similar in agreement about that. But the one thing that we, I guess, would disagree on is I do think that Barack Obama fulfilled his campaign promises, and I think that's part of the reason.
Breaking news.
Okay.
All right, here we go, boys. From the Virginia Department of Elections, okay, unofficial results with 98 of 99 precincts reporting, Trump still had 13%
in Virginia. Yeah, so I mean, good
unofficial.
Job. Good job, Fox News.
Wait,
if
what?
Trump wins Virginia, see ya.
Say it again. Say it one more time.
Okay. So this is from Sean.
To stop streaming something.
Is it still bad? I already did.
It's not as bad.
It's not as bad.
Not as bad.
All right. So
Fox News is sticking with that Virginia pick, though. It seems like
Sean Davis from the Federalist said Trump lost Loudoun County in Northern Virginia by 17 points, or just over 30,000 votes, with 98 of the 99 precincts reporting results. Trump is beating Biden by 13 points, or 9,000 votes. Clinton won Virginia by just 5 points in 2016.
Yeah, I remember. I think didn't in 2016 they called
hardcore lockdown state, by the way.
Wasn't Virginia
for Piano Man?
Wasn't Virginia and Pennsylvania the two that kind of flip flopped? So like they'd called Virginia for Trump, and then they were like, "Oh, hold on, Clinton's gonna win this," and then like Pennsylvania,
What?
They did this.
Why are you so far away? What are you doing?
I got a theory here.
Okay.
So what if Fox News knew that Virginia was going to go red, and they were like, "We're just going to call it for Joe Biden
for fun,
just so we can troll them and be like, just kidding, you didn't get Virginia."
That would be funny, actually. All right, so Trump is now only down by 0.5 in Texas.
Bro, don't tell me about Texas till we're 90%, all right?
I'm just.
But you're saying 99%.
I thought that's why we're watching these channels, is to update.
I know. I'm not saying actually don't tell me. I'm just saying.
All right, listen.
Silly.
Virginia, 40% of the vote is in, and Trump is still up by 30%.
Didn't he say 99% of the votes in?
He said
No. 98 of the 99 have reported so far. So there's still, but still, that means they have at least a portion of from all those places. That's a lot of ground to make up.
Yes.
That's why I was confused. I was like, this doesn't add up.
But okay, so back to the topic at hand. I think that PA is completely wrong about Obama. I think Obama did fulfill his campaign promises. I just don't think his campaign promises were good because I don't think they were that good for the country.
PA clarified his comment and said Republican presidents mostly.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And George Bush, the only thing I remember is like No Child Left Behind or something.
Yeah,
I
mean the thing about George Bush though, that like I do sort of give him a little bit of pass on is the man ran a campaign that was basically like, hey, we're gonna keep this like Bill Clinton train rolling, but we're gonna make it better, and then like 9/11 happened. So I mean, yeah. So, but all right, are we ready to do?
But Bush was running on definitely keeping the Bill Clinton train rolling without the Monica Lewinsky.
Breaking news right here. Trump up 2.9% in Florida. 92% in.
Yeah, he's gonna win easy.
Yeah,
he's gonna win easy, but is he gonna win big? Like, is he gonna?
He's not gonna win big. He's probably gonna win big, and then they're gonna be like, "We want to recount.
He's gonna win by more than he's at now. That's my prediction.
Guys, I've got a bold prediction.
No.
Donald Trump wins the popular vote.
What?
I don't think that's happening.
9:08 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Donald Trump wins the popular vote.
Doubt. No way.
Doubt.
Why?
No way.
Because I think he is going to win Florida. It looks like. I think he's up 3 points now, by the way, still at 92. I think he's going to win Virginia, which is a massive upset. And I think that that's going to translate everywhere.
Did you just mute him?
No.
Oh, okay, I thought you did. He just muted for like a second. I thought you muted him.
No. Why did Fox call it though? If he's really gonna win it, I don't get that.
Dan, Fox called Virginia with less than 1% in. That's all I'm saying.
There's got to be something.
I don't know, because every time Virginia pops up on this freaking TV, he's still up by 30%. It's just really fun.
No, it is interesting to look that Trump has done better with Black and Latinos in Florida than the last election by a pretty decent margin. He's gotten Cuban neighborhoods by a 13% swing, Hispanic neighborhoods by 11%, urban areas by 3.5%. It's crazy. That's big.
True.
Is there number 10?
Do you think that has something to do with the unemployment being low and all that other stuff?
Breaking news. The gap in North Carolina is down to 3.1%. The gap in Ohio is down to less than 6%.
I mean, we're going to see. All right. JBM will always be a robot, but it's fine. All right.
No, I'm going to a different part of my house.
Okay. All right. Number 10, shifting the power of Supreme Court. 3 new Supreme Court justices 4 years ago, when Antonin Scalia died in the Obama administration, we were beyond demoralized. Thank goodness Mitch McConnell threw a Hail Mary by allowing the election to decide the outcome of the court. Effectively making all of Obama's noms DOA. And of course, most people thought Hillary was going to win because we never had a political character like Trump before. So much we didn't understand back then. Trump won, and what did he do? Did he elect another John Roberts? No. Neil Gorsuch. Bam. Kavanaugh might end up being a little squishy like his predecessor Kennedy. It's true. But his court drama became a good teachable moment. And with the With the fortunate death of RBG, yes, fortunate. She's an awful woman. We also have an easy nomination, the appointment of ACB, and have a 6-3 court. This can only excite the base. So,
I mean, I've got to disagree with the fortunate death of RBG. I'll never say that it's fortunate that anyone dies, so I'll just throw that out there immediately.
He's a cute guy, though. It's okay. So, all right. I do think the Supreme Court thing is a little bit of I think that the whole Democrat thing where everyone is mad that like Mitch McConnell blocked it during the Obama administration and shoved it through during this one is a little hypocritical because they 100% would have done the same thing. And the whole reason why they didn't care the first time, like they didn't even care the first time because they just thought Hillary was going to win anyway. So it was like, whatever. We'll just like.
That's actually true, yeah.
Yeah. We'll like keep the peace, whatever. Because think about this. The Democrats in Congress figured that Trump would win. They would have done, like Obama and everyone, they would have done everything they could to get that justice nominee. They would have thrown the book at Mitch McConnell. They got cocky. And then they were like, yeah, Mitch, you can do whatever you want. Now, I do think Mitch is a hypocrite, and it's part of the reason why I don't like him, because I think, like, he is a huge reason for the major divide in the parties and why they hate each other. And you literally you probably have friends now that if they knew that you voted Republican at all would, like, not be your friend anymore. I think
we got a special request from Kelly Stouffer.
So anyways, I agree with the statement that
I'll say it as offer just to make sure.
I think he's done well, but I also think that the justices thing is a little lucky. So anyways,
what's a special request?
What is our special request? To keep America great?
You can just say you have a special request and then not say the request.
I think we're lagging by about 30 to 45 seconds.
Yeah, we definitely are.
We are. It's 30 seconds.
But yeah, the I like your take though, because the Democrats definitely were like, oh, we're definitely going to win. So let's just like keep the peace and get our new justice in the next election. And then Donald Trump just shocked the world. And then we'll see if he does it again tonight. It'll be interesting.
Yeah.
CNN projection. Big one, boys. Joe Biden, Connecticut. Donald Trump, South Dakota.
Piano Man, I think we have some viewers that want you to play a song. Play it. Do it for the live stream.
For the kids. For the children.
I don't even know how to play it anymore.
Let me run through this real quick while he's getting ready for that. All right, so we do have some honorable mentions by PA. All right, so while Piano Man is getting ready for his song. All right,
I'm holding it 3%, 93% in.
So number 11 on the honorable mention as to why Donald Trump will be reelected. Third party Kanye might steal a little bit of the vote. Every percentage point counts. So people joking around or whatever. Some of the black vote.
A vote for Kanye is not just a joke.
Yeah.
It's a vote for our Lord.
Second honorable mention is the liberal mayors are boarding up their downtowns because they're expecting violence to follow the election. Why expect violence if your candidate is a shoo-in? And the third honorable mention is Biden is incredibly poor candidate, well past his expiration date. You kind of get a sense that he's being sacrificed into the volcano of hopes of getting a better candidate in 4 years. His words are often unintelligible, and he forgets what office he's running for. Just today, he forgot Mitt Romney's name. Also, Kamala Harris looks like Javier Bardem. There, now you can't see.
Javier Bardem.
That's what he said. Now you cannot see it. So, Now I'm gonna read his two reasons of why he might be wrong, and then we're gonna let Piano Man play a song. So reasons that PA could be wrong and that.
Wait. You make some. Wait, first of all, is my connection better now?
Not really.
No, not really.
Really?
So
Can you hear that?
Yeah, I can hear.
Yeah.
Reason why Paul Ayers might be wrong. Fraud on a scale I've never seen. Worst thing about election day is fraudsters, which only get if you pull shenanigans and move your meat puppets to vote. Now you have 3 or more weeks with even more polling places to get every hobo, welfare recipient, nursing home resident, and straight up dead person to vote for Biden. And number 2, all the rhetoric, all the venom, all the corona nonsense is really sunk in. People think they're going to die if Donald Trump gets reelected. You repeat a lie emphatically for long enough, without fail, people will believe it slowly. I don't think those are the only reasons Donald Trump can lose, but I do agree with both of them. I mean, I really think that, part of the record turnout, I mean, they're talking about how in these non-ID states, people can just show up, give a name and address, and go vote. So, like, if you knew of people across the street that were, like, not going to vote at all, you just knew they weren't going to, and you knew their name and their address, you could literally just go to a separate polling place in your county, say you're them with the address, and go vote for them, and they wouldn't even know it. So, like, I mean, I do sort of agree with number 1, and then number 2, yeah, I mean, obviously, I mean, when 90% of, MSM is negative Trump, then yeah, I mean, I think that's true. But I think there's more reasons why he could lose than just those 2, but I do agree with them both.
Trump 16% in Georgia now.
Does anybody have anything to say?
Thought Piano Man was going to play a song.
One chorus. That's it. One chorus. That's
it.
Let's
do it. Let's do it. I'm going to mute myself so there's no background noise.
Reach for the sky, keep your eye on the prize. Forever on my mind, be my golden sunshine. It's raining in your mind, so push the clouds aside. Forever in my mind, be my golden sunshine.
All right, there you go.
All right.
It was good.
You could hear that.
Beautiful.
Musical.
Is that a new song?
Nah, that was Modest Yahoo old times.
Oh, is it?
Right here was my special request.
Literally,
Kelly Stouffer, please sing the chorus of Sunshine on command, just like that.
You do, yeah. There's a lag. People trying to say, well, what does Texas look like? I mean, it's going to go to Trump, but.
Hey, so
Texas
before we say anything else, I want to say shout out to PA for those for all that they gave us. I actually thought that was some really great content. So
yeah,
thank you. Yeah, awesome.
Fox News is reporting. Fox News is reporting that the Democrats have retained the House.
How are already they're saying that?
They're trolling?
They might troll it. It's probably Chris Wallace. He's like, give me that Twitter thing.
If Fox News is just straight up trolling, they know that Trump's watching. Maybe they don't like Trump very much, and they're like, oh, Trump's watching, so we're just going to moralize him.
I mean, I want to know this thing about, like, what's going on in Virginia, and why is there such a massive lag? What is happening?
Dude, is this real that Pennsylvania isn't even going to report today at all?
What? They're literally reporting right now, bro.
Pennsylvania? I thought Pennsylvania wasn't reporting.
Yeah, I just read that Pennsylvania is not reporting yet.
There's 18%. I guess that's all early voting. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, there's quite a bit of the vote in. I mean, it may all be early voting, but.
Well, now what do we do now that we have this great list of questions or comments just totally done?
What?
Someone needs to send us a list. Who else is out there?
I bet Paul's got like 5
Well,
lists.
well
on
we
deck.
can talk about the election for a second. This is the election podcast.
Yeah, we don't have to.
We don't have to have other topics the whole time. So let me ask you this.
Talk about whatever related.
I mean, where are you guys seeing on your stint? We'll start with.
Get better quality.
I have no idea what he just said.
Are you serious?
So what do you guys on your stations?
Not bad quality still?
No. I said I turned mine off so I could get better quality.
You turned your TV off?
Yeah, I turned my TV and my laptop off. But it doesn't matter. You don't have to. I just did it for me because I can just look on the internet and get results. So far, I'm seeing the total as 121 to 132.
CNN is reporting 80 to 51.
Yeah, NBC is reporting 89 to 54.
This one's actually called Florida for Trump already. And Virginia for Biden. So I don't think that's happening for.
See, like if you look at what AP is called, they have it like 119 Biden, 92 Trump. They've called a bunch of stuff that hasn't
they
been
called
called yet.
Colorado for Biden already. That's not good.
I thought Colorado was supposed to go to Biden.
I mean, Colorado is kind of a slam dunk for Biden.
Really?
Yeah.
I thought it was like a 5-point lead. Was it not?
What?
I thought Colorado was about a 5-point lead.
For Trump?
No, for Biden.
I mean, it's not the biggest lead Biden has, but it seems like a state he should carry solidly, or it wouldn't be surprising to see him carry it. I mean,
They already called it? Let me see.
Yeah.
I don't know who already called it. I don't see that.
I did. No.
AP has Trump up 3.3%
Where at?
in Florida.
Colorado? Oh, Florida. Yeah, like I was saying, this already called Florida for Trump. I don't know what these results are from, though.
Now, AP has already called
Michigan.
for Biden.
Michigan, who certainly had a lot of early voting. Trump, with 18% in, Trump is by 17%.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The way's coming.
It's just weird because certain counties, could be heavy Trump in the early voting. And those are the ones reporting. It's just tough. Are there any, I guess there's nothing. The biggest news in the night is that Trump's going to run through Florida.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But is that going to play out throughout the nation?
Straight to the heart of systemic racism, NBC says.
I just don't understand. They said that they're going to hold the House. You think CNN would be the one reporting that?
That's a weird. Yeah, I don't know.
Fox News is trying to get some Democratic viewers.
That's
Trump is
Trump's
closing
theory,
the gap.
anyway.
Close
Trump's
the gap in
talking
North
about
Carolina.
they're not the same.
All right. We got anything?
Trump got it
Like
to
this
2 in
shit.
North Carolina.
Well, here's the thing about election night streaming is sometimes it's really freaking boring. So
Yeah, there's nothing going on. That's
Why don't
why
you
I
tell a
like
joke?
That's why I like the.
I don't have
the-
just
the
endless
top
jokes.
10 PA stuff.
Y'all don't
It's
like the
good.
jokes I do.
It filled in for all of our dead time.
Yeah.
I thought it was awesome. Thank you.
Thank you,
I did too,
PA.
man. I wish there was 20.
Yeah, man, Texas is tight.
Well, Texas had 106% of the 2016 vote for today. So this is all early voting. So I would think when they get to whoever showed up today, which I'm sure is a sizable chunk of people, that's when it's really going to tip.
I don't know. Joe Jorgensen, though, is approaching 1% of the vote nationally.
Kanye?
Joe Jorgensen.
What about Kanye?
I don't know about Kanye. Now, in Kentucky, Kanye was doing pretty well for a third-party guy. Kanye has got 0.3% Kentucky. So, not the worst for a write-in. Oh, man. I just am getting put out with NBC because they're not calling things very quickly.
Why don't you go to MSNBC? We need somebody to watch that.
All right, we have a listener question here. Top
What's
10
gonna happen?
movies of the last 10 years. Go. Choose
What?
Fox.
Whoa.
Top 10 movies of the last 10 years, man.
I'll give you one. It
Revenant.
definitely wasn't. Was Tenet, but
Or Tenet. That's all I'm going to
yeah, Tenet. My number one, though. Well, I don't know if it's number one, but very close to number one. The Joker. Joker was really good.
I would say that's in my top 10 of the last 10 years. Probably near the top. I don't know. It's hard to think about. So 10 years ago was 2010. What was the biggest movie of 2010? So I can have some.
The Hurt Locker. No, that ain't it.
I didn't see
That
that.
was 2009.
Yeah. I mean, me and Zach are going to put Hereditary and I put Midsummer on there too. I think both those movies are really good.
Hereditary is great. Yeah.
Hereditary is dope. I just watched that the other night.
I don't know if I would say Midsummer is in the. I mean, Midsummer is really good, but like it's.
I think Midsummer is really good. I don't think. I wouldn't say there's anything wrong with it.
I don't think it's as good as Hereditary. It's
not as good as Hereditary, but it's still very high quality, I would say.
Oh yeah, for sure. Let's see here.
There's been like no movies this year except for like the worst.
I mean, this
for-
decade has been bad. I mean, Travis and I disagree on like all the come out there, so it doesn't matter.
How about Inception?
Is that in the last 10 years?
Trash.
Yeah,
Trash. It was pretty good.
I'm
He's
just being a
wrong.
contrarian.
Inception is great. I mean, I would probably put Inception in there in the last since 2010. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'd have to have like a.
I'm looking at movies right now.
So it looks like Alex Jones is on with some podcast called The Drinkin' Bros instead of Joe Rogan. So I guess he wasn't allowed to come.
Joe was like, as soon as they were done, he's like, dude, you are not coming here for the election.
Rejected from the Joe Rogan podcast.
He's like, I promise I'll come out and defend you to the media, but you're not coming on here for the election. Like, get out.
Paul Ayers doesn't like horror movies. I mean, PA doesn't like horror movies. What?
I do.
Oh, you know which movie I really like is
Projection.
the
CNN projection. Colorado. Uh-oh.
No
one of
big
the movies I
surprise
like
there.
is the Elton John one, but that's because I really like Elton John. So
Yeah.
Hmm.
I mean, I'm weird, and I just thought Joker was Taxi Driver. It was good.
I mean, it
but
was Taxi Driver.
So, I mean,
It was Taxi Driver, but it was like a nice update of Taxi Driver. I thought,
it's a
like,
nice remake of Taxi Driver.
yeah,
It was better than Taxi Driver.
It's definitely
this is sad how
not better
bad-
than Taxi Driver.
oh, La La Land was Whiplash in the last 10 years.
Yes.
La La Land was.
Whiplash
I
is
really didn't like it.
Whiplash
I know.
is definitely.
I
I like Whiplash, but I didn't like La La Land.
I'll see. I actually went into La La Land thinking I'd hate it, and I thought it was good.
I just hate stuff that's like Hollywood worshiping itself. That's what I
North
felt.
Carolina lead for Biden down to 1.8%. Ohio lead for Biden down to 2.7%.
Yeah.
How
Well,
much
if you
are we
really
about?
want to make if you want Travis to leave the stream, you talk about how good you thought Parasite was.
I haven't seen it. I really want to see it.
I haven't seen Parasite.
I mean, I think Parasite is maybe one of the most inventive movies.
Yeah, I heard it's very good.
Absolutely.
I also heard it's commie propaganda too.
It isn't though. That's not true. Like Steve.
I mean, it could be good and also be really good commie propaganda. I mean, for what it's worth.
I mean,
Parasite is in my top 5 worst movies I've ever seen list.
Up there with Tenet.
Yes.
No, Parasite for real, I would say is probably my top 5 of the decade for sure.
Divided opinions on Parasite.
So, was Birdman in the last 10 years? I like that.
Yeah, Birdman was dope.
Yeah, I would put
Birdman was
Birdman
awesome
as well.
I feel good about Whiplash, Birdman, and Joker being in my top 5 for the last 10 years.
Whiplash for sure. Django and
Controversial.
Chain for sure.
Paul says that if
for sure.
If he wants to be traumatized, he'd watch CNN. I'd refer him to watch Requiem of a Dream if he'd like to be traumatized.
If you want to be traumatized, watch The Daily Wire.
I definitely put Inception and Django Unchained because, like, man, those two movies, they're like 2.5 hours plus long, and every time I watch them, I'm just like, man, it flew by.
Ooh, Gone Girl. Gone Girl, he says. Good movie.
That was good.
Hey, I have a controversial opinion.
Gone Girl.
What's up?
CNN has the best election night coverage of any of the major networks.
Is that controversial? I'll agree.
I don't know. I don't know if it is. Maybe it's not.
What's a controversial opinion?
I really like the way they cover the election.
Ooh, Paul, PA as a comment. Gone Girl. What you guys think of that movie?
That's what JB
just said that. Yeah.
Too much. Yeah. I
mean,
it was good.
Movie.
Throwback to when JBM didn't like Gone Girl. Because he doesn't like any movie the first time he watches it, like ever.
If it's new, JBM hates it.
Excuse me.
I will also say the 2010s gave us one of Wes Anderson's movies in The Grand Budapest Hotel. That was another one.
It was very good.
Mr. Fox.
I hated that.
What?
You didn't like Grand Budapest?
I hate
Grand Budapest Hotel is awesome.
Yeah, Grand Budapest is great.
I also really liked Isle of Dogs. The stop motion one he did. I thought it was good.
It's
That one.
I liked it, but
it wasn't as good as Mr. Fox, but it was still good.
Yeah.
Still good.
The data shows that Trump is winning more Hispanic vote along the Texas border than in 2016. So I think Texas is a lock. If that's true.
Breaking news reported here at Magic in the Attic. Trump wins Texas. Someone get a phone.
But not only Texas, I would say that would also be New Mexico, too.
New Mexico's in play?
no, I saw AP calling New Mexico for Biden.
I see a lot of people calling things, and one of them is Virginia, where Trump still has a commanding lead.
Yeah, the Virginia thing is. Yeah.
The Ohio vote is less than 2% lead for Biden now.
See, this guy has good taste. I really don't like Wes Anderson. I really tried.
Where's your whimsy? Where's your joy? It's very easy to like Wes Anderson.
I really do like Wes Anderson. I mean, his movies are like
Darren Aronofsky vibes.
Yeah.
I mean, I like Darren Aronofsky.
Speaking of Darren Aronofsky, what about Noah? I'm just kidding.
That was actually cool, I thought.
I think it was
visually some of the stuff in Noah was cool, but it was so stupid plot wise. Like,
The thing is, you
All
can't
right,
actually
so-
disprove anything from the Bible. That's why I thought it was cool, because you were like, this is totally whack. And then you're like, I can't actually disprove it. That's why I liked it.
Yeah.
So-
What about PTA? What about The Master in the last 10 years?
The
With Philip
Master.
Seymour Hoffman.
pretty
Great
awesome.
movie, but you know what's funny? I'm looking at this the Rolling Stone 50 movies of the decade, right? Number 11 is Phantom Thread, which is a PTA movie I have not seen yet. So that's kind of crazy. All right, but I wanted to do that. So this is according to Rolling Stone. Their top 10 movies of the last of the last 10 years. Let's see how many we've seen and whether or not we think they're good, okay? So number 10 is 2015's Carol.
Wait, remind me what that was?
Rooney Mara and Kate Blanchett.
Was that a thing about lesbians?
It is a movie about lesbians. Yes. Have you seen Carol? Any of this?
No.
No, none. Number 9, Mad Max Fury Road, which I have seen
Oh, that's a good movie.
about
That's a good
10
movie.
times. So yes.
I actually haven't seen it.
Yes.
But
So-
I've heard good things about
I'll
it.
watch it.
I don't know if it's
I'll watch
number
it.
10. It would be definitely in my top 5 action movies of the last decade, for sure. But I have seen Mad Max. It's very good. All right, number 8 is Roma. How many people have seen Roma?
No.
Rome. Okay, so I have seen about. I'm kind of like the way JVM about Parasite with this movie, where like JVM watched 10 minutes of Parasite and is officially Steven Crowder and doesn't like to read, so like hates it. Roma to me was that way. I was like 30 minutes into Roma and I was like, I feel like this movie is artsy for like no reason, and I just turned it off and I've not finished it. So I don't know, didn't love it. Number 7, The Master, which I kind of like that Peter Travers is actually giving The Master its due, because when it came out, like I think a lot of critics hated it, but didn't the three of us see that together? Because The Master was super freaking good, I thought.
Master is awesome.
Yeah. Good.
Yeah.
Pick. Number 6, Tony Erdmann. What?
Tony what?
It's a movie. It's called Tony Erdmann. I don't know. It's a foreign movie. I have no idea. Whatever. Number 5.
Hey, breaking news. Breaking news.
Okay.
CNN is freaking out about North Carolina right now.
What about it?
News?
They're like, well, it's good that Biden's ahead, but with all votes and this and this and this, it doesn't look good.
That's your favorite
So
Okay.
basically, you're saying North
watching
Carolina's
watching Blitz. Number 5, Get Out. I think we've all seen Get Out, right?
Yeah.
I
know
don't like
if
scary
it's-
movies. So no.
I don't know if it's in the top 5. I actually like Us better than I liked Get Out, but that's a different discussion. Number 4, Boyhood.
Oh yeah, that's a good movie.
Yeah, I would say Boyhood is a top tenner.
I would definitely say that as well. And I think that Boyhood falls under the category, like, there are people who hate it, like, just because they want to hate it. Like, they don't really have any reason why it's a bad movie, but, like, they just criticize it or whatever. But, yeah, I agree. Boyhood is freaking great.
Yeah.
All right, number 3. What in the world is this? Holy Motors.
Oh, it's like a French movie, right?
Metaphor for acting and exploration of many roles in life. Holy Motors is uproariously surreal comedy. Okay, I'll give it
No
a
wonder I
shot.
thought the 2010s stunk at movies, because I didn't see any of the good ones.
Okay. Number 2, The Social Net.
It's a weird one to put in your top 10, but I mean, it's good. It makes sense, I
I'm not
guess.
sure it's number 2. I actually think Gone Girl is a better David Fincher movie of this decade, but I'd probably put it in the top 50. But not number 2. I don't know about that. And number 1, this will shock no. I think I'm the only person who's seen this movie. Moonlight.
Oh, I've seen it.
I haven't seen it.
So
I knew it would
Moonlight,
be Moonlight though.
Big gay.
yeah, Moonlight, really well made.
Not better than Whiplash, and Whiplash isn't even in there.
He was really, really good in it. I just thought it was kind of boring. I don't know. It was weird. Like, despite the theme or whatever, like whatever you think of the theme of the movie, like I don't know if it deserved #1 spot. So
I think it was #1 just because it was about gays.
anybody have a guess what number 50 is? What the last movie in the top 50 is?
What?
Think of another
Frozen.
Boys.
another
Boys.
social justice movie.
Excuse me, gentlemen.
Mhm.
Trump up 3.4% in Florida, 93%
Yeah,
reporting.
He's gonna win Florida.
Let us know when it gets to 5.
All right. No, I'm not talking about is he going to win Florida. You're missing the point. I'm saying his league keeps growing.
I'm saying let us know when it gets to 5.
You don't say anything about Florida again until it gets to 5.
Yep.
I'm gonna. I'll,
keep growing.
let me tap in at 4. I'll tap in at 4.
All right, 4. Give me 4.
Breaking Trump takes Florida by 8. Okay. Let's see.
Oh,
So number 50 is another network movie.
do
What is it?
You said number 50.
Trading Michigan by 20 points.
Oh,
with
number 50 is
20% in.
Black Panther. Black Panther.
Oh,
Ah.
Black Panther.
I mean, better than Moonlight, I guess.
Is Black Panther a top 10 Marvel movie?
I haven't even seen 10, so I have no dog in this fight.
It's all right. I mean,
I think it's
I don't know.
middling. Because I don't think it's terrible, but I think it's extremely formulaic and like kind of whatever. So I think I have it like in the middle somewhere.
I need somebody to get real passionate about some like. I need Juice Box Magoo to get super passionate about like why Florida means everything for Trump.
I mean, and here's why. Because if Trump wins Florida by 5%, so that hasn't happened since Bush's second term, right? That anyone won Florida by 5%. Like Obama won it by 2% and had a blowout. Trump last time won it by like what 1.2, I think. If he wins it by 5, it will be interesting to see if that's an outlier, because I guess it's a different situation with shutdowns. But at the same time, like, I mean, if he wins it by 5, that means that what we're seeing happen in Virginia, which, by the way, 43% in, he's still at 15%. I just think that means something. I think you go to Virginia, you go to Pennsylvania, Michigan, Wisconsin, Minnesota. I think that means something. He's up in Michigan by 20%, with 20% of the vote in right now.
I know Midnight Marks asked this question a million times, but why? I really want to know in Virginia what they're not counting and why they say Biden's gonna win. Like, have they shown a map of Virginia, or they're just like, oh, it's a Biden victory?
It doesn't say it's a Biden victory on CNN. Trump has 1.1 million votes and Biden has 840,000.
yeah.
I'll just say we were the first network to call Trump to Florida.
Yeah, we are.
Yeah.
We officially called Trump to Florida.
We called it first.
Yeah.
Florida and Texas for Trump. Ohio is down to 0.3.
Yeah, Ohio's going Trump.
North Carolina is down to
first.
7.
Okay, so say Trump. We're going to give Trump Florida, Georgia, North Carolina, Ohio. Does he win if he wins those states?
If he wins those
not just
states,
those, but you know what I'm saying.
if he wins those states, assuming he hangs on to Nevada as well, then all he has to do is one of Pennsylvania, Michigan, Wisconsin, or Minnesota, and it's over.
That's crazy.
I mean, I don't know. I don't know what's going on, but it's very interesting.
Seems like we're gonna see.
And we're gonna definitely have a split House or a split Congress.
It looks like the Democrats are gonna keep the House.
Nah.
We'll see about
I'll tell you, I don't think any Republicans are gonna win in the Senate in Georgia. Bold prediction. You heard it here first on Magic in the Attic podcast.
Trump slide.
the Trump slide.
They're going to make T-shirts about this day.
Trump slide 2020.
The day they had Trump down 10 points in the polls and he won by 12. I was just kidding.
What? You still think he's going to have the popular vote, though?
I still think
he wins. Say he's Florida by 5, you think that's an indicator that he's in the popular?
I mean, I think it's an indicator that it's in play, right? You win Florida by 5%. It's in play. I don't know how close that means you have to be in California to actually win the popular vote. Because like Trump won the popular vote in 2016 if you don't have California. So like, how many people voted in California last time?
A lot of millions.
Thanks.
I love that Paul, the PA, has a secret contact. His investigative reporter.
What I do like is that everybody has their little secret source these days, and nobody wants to tell anyone else who their secret source is for different things.
I know a guy who says that such and such is happening with the polls.
They're usually like go to like they get it right a lot of times, but you don't tell anyone else about them, so you can be the guy who does things.
Yeah.
Everybody has their guy.
And I really underestimated the amount of content we'd be able to fill early here. It's waiting for stuff to happen.
CNN's filling time. They just like click on the map 100 times. We're going to go over to Manatee, and then they can just click the map all night, and it fills all the time. What I'm really interested in is the demographic here in the northern counties of North Carolina.
Dude, we're up to 6 members on our Facebook group. So, I mean, and this is just with no promotion. So, clearly we have sucky friends because we should have more than that.
Maybe they're all interested in the election.
Yeah, they're probably all watching more reputable sources than us in the election.
Like
Literally,
Joe
they-
Rogan and Alex
called
Jones.
We've called everything correctly so far.
We have.
We have.
we're-
Yeah, that's true.
I don't know
That's
why
true.
more people aren't watching us because we clearly know what the heck's going on.
I
We're
mean,
the only podcast watching all 4 of the major channels. I'm just saying.
yeah.
I
Oh, man.
We called that Trump would win Florida by 5, like within the first 5 minutes of this podcast, and that was before anything else happened. We'll see if it comes true, though. It will.
Man, I don't know. Man.
Key race alert. Key race alert. Starting with Ohio. 0.3. That's not news. Stop telling me it's news, Wolf.
Bro, why didn't you share our link, homie?
I don't know how.
You
I tried
literally
to
go.
copy paste it.
You go to Magic in the Attic
Then do it.
podcast on Facebook, like that right there. You see
I
it?
don't have a Facebook app.
You don't have a regular Facebook? Like you deleted your regular Facebook account?
No, it's on there. I just don't have an app for it.
What? You just click share, homie.
Share what? It's not on there.
You click share on the app. You click share.
have it on.
Yeah,
No.
I have it on. If you go to Magic in the Attic, our page, I posted our link.
All right,
Right?
I'm with you.
Now just hit share to put it on
Okay, I'm
your
with you.
regular account.
I'm with you.
Yeah.
Sorry
Everybody
for
should do it. I don't know why I'm the only one who did it. All right.
Hey, if you're watching, have you listened to any of our podcasts yet? They're a lot better than this.
I don't know, man. The beginning of this was really good with the thing with Paul, like that PA put out.
That was the beginning.
First hour.
Where did he go?
I definitely think if we put out an audio version, that's what we should put out. Is whatever.
JBM has never shared a thing in his life. Nice. That's what it seems
Share,
like.
How how much of it can you edit? Like, can you?
He's gonna listen to all this again.
Nope.
No, I'm
He's
just
just putting the whole thing up, man.
You're just gonna put the whole thing up.
Yeah.
Oh
Why
my
not?
goodness. Oh my goodness.
I mean, I'm gonna preface it. I'll probably say like, if you want to listen to four Christian white dudes just ramble about the election for 4 hours, then here you go. And then if they want to listen, they can listen.
Hey,
North Carolina
I'll be honest.
down to 1.4%.
I like your intros.
And North Carolina's going Trump.
I like your intros.
Boys,
Yeah,
this seems big. This seems actually.
I like your.
Pennsylvania down to 1.3%, 18% in.
So big. So big.
That seems
Huge.
big.
So big. So fresh. So face.
All right, what's we got? We got any controversial topics? Black Lives Matter. I gotta say that podcast, Black Lives Matter.
I don't know, man. What controversies do we have? I want to talk about conspiracy theories.
All right, let's do it.
Let's talk about
What you
aliens.
got?
Aliens.
Let's talk
I don't know
about.
much about aliens.
Let's talk about, does aliens exist? Do you
Are they
believe?
Alex Jones?
Do you believe aliens exist? Come on, Joe. Tell us what you think about the alien.
North Carolina down to 0.6.
All right, man. We know North Carolina's going Trump. Let us know when it's a 5-point advantage.
Yeah. We know. Dude, this is like
Hey,
boring.
PA says we had some controversial questions. Hey, JBM, do you think aliens exist?
Hey, PA, send me your controversial questions in a text message. It was easier that way.
Or I can display them if they're pretty sure. I can display them on the podcast while we do it.
Oh, okay, cool.
JBM, do you think aliens exist?
Do you believe in aliens?
Let me put it this way. Can I ask this question? What's more likely, ghosts or aliens?
Fine ghost.
Aliens for sure.
I don't have to define it. You define it for yourself and give the
I would
answer.
say aliens for sure. Aliens much more than ghosts. Because I'm telling you, man, like, I just cannot believe that, like, these souls and spirits get, like, locked in a room for however long. It just seems stupid. Like, it's such a stupid concept. Because if spirits exist, then God definitely still exists, right? So, like
the Holy Spirit.
But why would God do that? Like, why would God be like, oh, hey, you can't come to heaven yet. You have to, like, mess with your aunt and uncle by, like, throwing their crap around their room and, like, making noises and junk. Like, it just doesn't, I don't know, like, poltergeist and all that stuff is stupid. It doesn't make sense. Now, demons do, I guess you could say maybe, like, demons mess with people and they, like, pretend to be their relatives or something like that. So, which is really funny because PA literally just said that, and I hadn't seen that yet. So, like,
Trump takes the lead in Pennsylvania.
he's going to, man. But that's the thing.
No.
So, if demons are posing as ghosts, then sure. But I mean, I don't know. Like, I can believe that other life exists before I can believe in the concept of somebody dies and now they haunt, a manor for hundreds of years or something. I don't know. Just seems unlikely.
He says aliens do not exist. Full stop.
It's a bold statement.
First
That
of
is a
all, don't
bold
say full stop. This is America. Where do you think we are? Like England? We don't full stop around here.
Aliens definitely do exist. They just have, but once they get documentation, they good.
Like a visa? What are you talking about? You want to get a green card?
Yeah, they got to get a green card first.
Legit.
I mean,
I'm actually pretty sure that aliens don't exist myself. But I won't say full stop.
I mean, my
Half
thing is
stop.
that, it's like I was saying
Light
before,
brake tap. Brake check.
on another podcast. I think if aliens exist, it's hard for me to have faith in Christianity the same way that I do now. Like, if actual aliens exist, but like, I guess I can see that being a thing more than I can like literally freaking poltergeist.
Yeah,
like,
but this is what we always get into, though, is that I don't know why it should be that big of a thing if there are aliens. I mean, I don't know that there are, but I'm just like, I don't know why it matters to our view as Christians.
Paul,
There are
you have
aliens.
not said a word in 15,000 years. So
Paul
What are you
Ayers.
talking about? I've been here the whole time.
Hey, we got a comment. Paul Ayers. Aliens are a key piece in the fake alien invasion to unite the world under one world government.
Okay, so are aliens?
So
real
aliens
or
are
not?
globalists.
So basically, he's like Project Bluebeam.
Paul
thinks
said
it's
that
real.
his secret contact is not Alex. Maybe that's because he is Alex Jones. It's going on.
Alex Jones. Tell me what you think about that.
Democrats are rigging the vote.
I think the bookies
I do
are
think it's
totally
funny
coming
that-
around here. They're
I
definitely.
do think it's funny that Paul, if there's other life in the world, or not the world, in the universe, Paul's like, oh, it doesn't really matter to me. Like, oh, it's all the same to me. Like God created the earth, and then it doesn't say anything about anything else He created as far as life forms. All cool with
Breaking
me.
news.
Yeah, literally, yes.
Breaking
Yeah.
news. Trump is up by 3.1% in Pennsylvania.
Or like 20% in or something.
So you'd think most of those are early votes, right?
I don't know. Honestly, thought they weren't counting until tomorrow.
Pennsylvania?
They
Yeah.
definitely have results coming in.
Yeah, they're
They may have preemptively said that it won't be done until tomorrow, but that's a different thing.
Hey, PA, what other controversial questions you got? We will answer them
I want
right
to know
now.
everything you got to know about aliens. We're over here.
Ask all your crazy questions.
Ask me your questions, even though I'm a little bit retarded.
Curious alert. Key alert.
All right, what you got?
Oh shoot, never mind. Oh wait, they're bringing in closings right now. Iowa's closing right now. Are they about to say it? Okay, they're getting ready to tell us about Iowa, Nevada, Utah, and Montana. Trump needs all four,
Iowa.
right?
No, he doesn't.
I mean, you would think if he lost Iowa or Nevada, that would mean bad things elsewhere, especially Iowa.
Iowa more so than Nevada. Nevada's kind of a toss-up.
Yeah. So I was gonna say I have Trump losing by 2 in my prediction.
Have Trump
Donald Trump up
I haven't
2.4% in Ohio. It just moved 3 points.
I have Biden winning, but I do have losing or winning Nevada for Biden. But I have North Carolina going Biden too, and I don't think that's going to happen.
Can't remember what I picked. Let me see. Colorado, I may have missed. It would appear.
It looks like, though, man, a lot of good indications Trump's way in the Rust Belt.
Yeah, but besides Minnesota,
Yeah, Minnesota doesn't look great, but I mean, of all, if he can lose one of those states, it's definitely Minnesota.
Trump
He
is
was
up
down
17% in Michigan.
But
The final polls had Minnesota as like an 8-point lead for Biden, so I don't see Trump getting that. If he gets that, so one thing I will say is that I'm not necessarily a fan of Trump, but when the MSM is just totally wrong, it makes me really happy. So
yeah,
that's why I'm cheering for Trump. Just in the, it would be hilarious if they got it all wrong again.
man. So if Florida,
Virginia lead is shrinking down to 8%.
I'll be shocked if Trump wins Virginia, based on the fact that so many people have called it for Democrats.
CNN still hasn't.
man,
Trump is
Usually if
straight up, bro.
know-
Popular vote. Trump is up 3.8%.
That's big.
except for the popular vote isn't a real thing. So
No, that was a prediction I made, bro. Where you at? Come on, man.
yeah, but I mean,
It's not a real
popular
thing.
vote is still not real.
I mean, it's a thing. Definitely a thing.
I mean, it's not. It's a thing. It's not a thing that matters to who becomes.
Hey, here we go, boys. Trump up 4 points in Ohio. Boom.
With how much in?
70.
I mean, if he wins Ohio by like 3% or more, I'll be surprised if he doesn't win Iowa. He could win Wisconsin.
Well, he won Ohio by like 8 last time, right?
Wait, Ohio? He won by 8?
I thought he killed it.
What? Really?
I think so. I might be wrong, but I think that's true.
Well, all I know is that George Stephanopoulos is moderating the coverage on ABC, and
Wow.
Rob Emanuel's there, and it's really lame.
Wow, but Donald beat or won by, about 8%. That's insane. In Ohio.
North Carolina down to 0.2. 85% in.
And the rest is probably the election day voting.
You would think. What was the would somebody look up 2016 Ohio?
Yeah, it was about 8%.
That's why I thought they showed that earlier.
That's wild. That might be the Florida this year, though. Or, yeah.
Or he'd do it again in Ohio. I mean, everyone's reporting, so
They
I don't know.
extended the voting in Nevada till 11 p.m. your all's time. So
The bookies have now flipped their odds to a 66% chance of Trump winning and 34% Biden.
Bookies know.
the bookies,
The bookies.
The bookies know.
That's
the bookies.
A referenced earlier, that is a huge indication that Donald Trump will likely be the next president and the last president.
The last president ever. I mean, we can look forward to more dancing to YMCA after rallies. That's a good thing.
So PA's trying to ask us controversial questions, one of which is, how does a nation derive wealth? I want to ask the real question though, how fake is money? And like, I mean, is money real? Honestly, like, is money real?
No,
Sounds like
money's
a
not.
scene from Bruges, but all right.
I mean, answer the question: is money real
Money is real. Yes.
to the government?
It's real.
That's not what you mean by real.
Like the government can just say, "I have this much money," and it doesn't matter. Like they just have unlimited money. We literally
Yeah.
just talked about this, about the stock market, how they could put unlimited money into the stock market. So like money's real to
Still
us.
no, it's still a factor of supply and demand.
Yeah.
So as the supply increases, the worth of the dollar decreases.
North Carolina Tide.
So it's still real, but
But if they could make an unlimited supply for the stock market, why can't they do that just like whenever they want?
ask Venezuela. They're trying to do that every day.
I mean, that's what Bernie Sanders wants, is for us to be Venezuelans. Maybe he knows more
I
about it.
didn't say that. I thought he liked Finland and Sweden.
I'm pretty sure
He
he,
used to Venezuela.
yeah, he's
Like
pretty
10
sure-
years.
Oh,
10 years ago, he
yes.
used to say Venezuela.
Send me that. I want to see that.
Okay, I'll find it.
I like
Yeah, I will
how-
make a comment here. Paul Ayers says, I'm saying the bookies had it wrong till today.
No, he
The
was saying
the odds are still right. Yeah, but the thing is, the people still lost money that bet on it in one way. I was saying
So
it's a more realistic. You can still be wrong when you make a bet, but your money's behind it, so it's a better percentage like
5.5%
accuracy
in
than
Pennsylvania.
poll. I'm not saying you can't be wrong on your bet. I'm just saying it's more accurate than a poll.
AP has Montana leaning Biden early, although it is early, but it's like 11% reporting. I'm like, that can't be
So I
real.
really feel like, oh wait, which one? What did you just say, Producer Paul?
Montana, 11% reporting, leaning Biden. But I'm saying that's
I heard
early
about-
enough. What?
The early vote's going to lean Biden probably. It's
Yeah.
tough. There's
North
not
Carolina,
even 50%.
according to Fox News, 90% in. North Carolina, Trump 49.7, Biden 49.1.
Ooh. North Carolina's going hard in the paint on election day, just like everybody else. Wait, but that is an interesting question. Is the one about where does a nation derive its wealth? I like that question better than is money real?
Where does the nation derive its wealth? Okay.
Yeah, it's
Alright.
based on the assets it has.
Officially taking the lead in North Carolina.
I mean, that's true.
You on the live stream?
Oh,
You're on the
what up,
live stream.
Ali.
What's up,
piano lady?
Ali?
Yeah, I know, woman.
Piano woman pod girl.
Piano lady.
Yo, where's Redbeard, bro?
Yeah,
Preacher.
probably with his family.
How did it look there in California? Did it look like a lot of people were voting?
In California?
Mhm.
I don't know. I didn't go to a polling place. I voted absentee like on this past Monday.
It is funny because I have some in-laws in New York, and they said there was absolutely nobody in the polling place where they went to vote today.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of people voted early. There's a bigger.
Yeah, they
early
said the
vote.
lines were long for early voting.
Oh man. So when can we expect a call on Florida, Georgia, to Ohio, Pennsylvania?
Pennsylvania never.
I mean, yeah, Pennsylvania probably not tonight, but if those other ones would come in, it would make it matter less.
Florida
Tom
now. Florida's going Trump.
But nobody's calling it yet.
Somebody has.
Who?
It's the AP not.
I don't think so. Let me see. No, AP still hasn't called it.
Yeah, where are these results coming from? All right, JBM, what you think? How does a nation derive its wealth?
I mean, I think they just tell us what they have. They go, "This is what we have. This is the money we have."
I mean, you can fake it all.
Just fake it.
Yeah, I mean,
Muted?
Yeah.
I think JBM's muted for sure.
JBM is totally.
Hold on, I'm back. I think wealth is directly tied to power.
Maybe power is tied to wealth.
I mean, I think they kind of go hand in hand. Certainly in the beginning, I think wealth was more important to obtain that power. But after you already have the power, I think it's just about the perception of things. Trump is officially head in North Carolina. I don't know if y'all heard that earlier or not.
He's going to win North Carolina. You
He is.
here on Magic in the Attic podcast. We're calling it. Trump has won North Carolina.
He's won North Carolina. He's won Ohio. He's won Florida.
He won Georgia.
For the record, none of these have been officially called.
And Texas. You heard it here
They have
first.
officially-
Inside
they have
sources.
officially been called by Magic in the Attic podcast.
Yeah.
He's up 7.5 points, Pennsylvania. Interesting.
What is Biden's path to victory now?
Biden has to win Pennsylvania.
Biden's path to victory lies in Pennsylvania.
So I don't think Trump has to have it, but I think he does. Based on what's happened so far, because Georgia ain't flipping. North Carolina ain't flipping. He ain't getting Florida.
Okay, let me let's throw this up here. I wish there was a way I could.
The victory is looking more and more like the nursing home.
What happened?
What looks like a nursing home?
Errors in the comments.
I think we all are. Oh, yeah.
I like that.
Man, I wish there was just like an electoral map I could just.
Here's something that CNN is touching on a little bit here is third-party candidates aren't getting nearly the percentage they were 4 years ago.
Yeah.
And you would have to think for Trump. Or at least I do.
Lindsey Graham won his race.
Aw, come on. Why you gotta say that?
He's giving a victory speech right now. Yeah.
How do you feel about third-party candidates? Oh, sorry, Midnight Mark, you're back on. My bad.
You're cool.
How do I feel about third-party candidates?
Yeah, not getting the votes.
I mean, it's not surprising because I just didn't anticipate Joe Jorgensen getting a very sizable portion of the vote because her campaign was pretty incoherent for most of the time.
Joe Jorgensen, bro.
I mean, I understand you voted for Joe Jorgensen. I'm just saying, like,
I
she
said I'm
was
not
very
talking
sort of all over the place. What?
I said I'm not talking about Joe Jorgensen.
She's a third-party candidate, isn't she?
So is Kanye West, your boy.
Yeah, but like, how much did we really expect Kanye to get of the vote? When you say third party, I just assumed you meant just like particularly Libertarian and Green Party. But
All right, let's take our viewers here down the Magic in the Attic podcast hole here. So we've predicted Florida is going to Trump. Georgia's going.
Wait, can we keep track of a board state that we called? Can someone print off like a fake one, or just like a blank sheet?
what?
Not showing up.
I don't even know what we've called. We've called basically everything way prematurely.
Oh wait, that didn't work because then it muted all of you.
You can't hear me?
Yeah, I hear
Yeah.
you less back.
Now,
Yeah.
now the thing's tiny. Whatever.
Yeah, it should be where we are.
Yeah, but I can't do anything. It's like another screen. Or wait, spotlight. Oh, here
Can
we
you
go.
switch me? Yeah, that's perfect. Yeah, we're at the bottom. So,
All right. So
yeah, you where it says
Please.
reset map.
reset the map.
Oh, shoot. 2020 consensus. Hold up. You can drop that down. It looks like where it says 20 consensus to the blank, I think. Or maybe not. Yeah, there you go.
All right. So here at the Magic in the Attic podcast, we have called Florida, Alabama, Georgia.
We called
South-
Alabama?
Yeah, did we? We should. if
I
we
would,
had.
yeah. I'm going to call it.
Tennessee, Kentucky,
North Carolina?
North Carolina. Ooh,
Whoa. Oh, shoot. We just called Virginia on that. They got to go with it now. West Virginia.
we called Ohio, didn't we?
Yeah. Or we call West Virginia as well.
Yeah, I got that one.
Okay.
We've called New York for Biden. Vermont for Biden.
Whoa. I didn't call New York for Biden.
Funny guy, funny guy. All right, what else we got here?
I didn't do it. I'll be back.
Trump is up by so much in Ohio now. What the heck?
What
North
else have we
Carolina,
got?
Trump 0.8, almost or excuse me, 0.6.
Let me ask this: where, or yeah, I guess where is Biden gonna win? Or what have we called for Biden?
Jersey?
Most of the Northeast.
Like Massachusetts, Rhode Island?
Massachusetts, Connecticut, Rhode Island. I don't think they've called New Hampshire. Maine. Fox has called Maine, but some of the other places haven't.
Fox called Virginia 2 hours ago, and Trump's winning, so we'll see.
I'm gonna guess New Jersey's gonna go. Biden.
Maryland,
Yeah,
you can
they've
get
called,
Maryland.
they've called New Jersey too. Maryland too. They've called.
Where's DC on here? DC is definitely blue.
Maryland's blue.
What about Colorado? Blue?
I don't
Colorado.
think it's been called in some places. It's not called on
Colorado's blue. Maryland's blue.
y'all tripping.
Blue.
Oklahoma's Trump City.
Trump.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. Colorado. Oh yeah, Colorado will be blue. California's gonna be blue.
Yeah, I think Missouri and Arkansas are safely red.
What about Louisiana, Mississippi? Probably red too.
Yeah, I think that's all.
Okay, so now we're staring at. I think South Dakota was also red.
Yeah. Nebraska's tricky because it's got like a split district.
Yeah, I can I can do the state as red. Here. Kansas. Any word on Kansas yet?
Not that I've seen.
If Trump ain't Kansas, he's in trouble everywhere else.
So based on this, we still need. If Trump's going to win, he still needs 270. So where he's going to get 60 more votes from.
AP has called North Dakota and South Dakota for Trump. Nebraska, Kansas.
Hold up, where's he gonna get 60? You got 11 sitting in Arizona, right?
You think he's got it in the bag? Is that a Mexican?
Arizona? No way he's got that in the bag.
I mean, he's
It's
got
a tough
Montana, Wyoming, and Utah.
What about Kansas?
I would have to assume he has Kansas.
Yeah, but he's totally expected to get all those states. Arizona's a toss-up.
Expected to get Alaska's.
Yeah.
So that's a bunch of ones, and then see where we're at. His path to victory is easier than Biden's right now.
Yeah, it
it's
is. That's
Kansas
why.
and Iowa.
Blue for Illinois, 100%.
Oh yeah.
Hit Utah, Wyoming, and Montana.
Utah's red for show.
Mm-hmm.
Not there though.
So here's the path to victory at this point. He needs 30 votes, right? So that's either Arizona, Nevada are definitely involved there, right? So if he gets Arizona, Nevada, and Michigan, he wins.
Yeah, but he's not going to do that. I don't think. I don't know.
Wait, hold on. How did he get 245? What'd you do? Is Idaho Trump?
I gave him Idaho.
So if all he needs 25 votes, then that means he just needs Arizona, Nevada, and either
He's
Minnesota,
getting Virginia. He's getting
Arizona,
Virginia.
Minnesota. Look, if Arizona and Nevada, he would only need one of Minnesota or Wisconsin or Michigan or Pennsylvania.
Yeah, but that's
Any
tough.
for that matter. I think that's hard for him to lose, man.
I feel like we're probably too overconfident about North Carolina, and yeah, I don't know.
I'm not.
Trump up 0.8 in North Carolina. Now there's
But there's still like 20% left to come in, right?
No, there's 11.
All right, that's still quite a bit.
Trump is up 1% in Ohio now.
I mean, I could see Biden winning all the rest of the, except for I think this one's going to be red here, and this one's going to be red here. So
Okay. Well, okay. I'm looking at AP's numbers for Virginia, and they have Biden with 45.4% of the vote, Trump with 52.9, and Joe Jorgensen with 1.6. And they've called it for Joe Biden with 96.5% of the vote reporting.
What?
I'm like,
What
that
the
math does not even add up. There's no way.
Something is
AP
going on.
Oh, something is going down. There's people tweeting about how in Virginia people just keep walking in with more ballots. They're like, oh yeah, I found this other machine that we were supposed to empty, whatever, like a drop box. It's
Fox
super
News.
shady.
Fox is like, we got to get it right.
They're like, hold on, man, I just found 100,000 more.
Yeah. Point is, I think it's a lot. I don't know. It seems like Virginia could be shady business. I don't know.
Man, I just actually, even though we have all this as red, I just don't know. Even with Arizona, I guess you could say New Mexico goes, but then I could see Nevada.
No, New Mexico is going to be blue.
Blue?
Don't
New
bet on it,
Mexico's
buddy.
blue for sure.
I could see this going blue, this going blue, this going blue. This is I guess we've always known, but Pennsylvania, it's a big one. Man. I mean, if he wins Virginia, it's over.
Do you think like Donna Brazil's in the back room talking to whoever's in charge down in Miami? like, how did you find? We need to find a million votes in the next 20 minutes.
Ooh, PA says Michigan will go red again. Let's see how that affects things. Yeah,
That's
that would do
huge.
it. That would do it.
If that happens, he no longer needs Pennsylvania.
Yep. Because these are all pretty conservatively. Arizona.
Arizona isn't a lock yet.
Arizona. That would be a tie at worst, which means
Yeah. Which means he only has to win Arizona or Minnesota or Wisconsin or Pennsylvania or.
No, I'm saying even if it all goes blue, it's a tie.
Yeah. We're looking at an actual tie scenario. Are you predicting a tie? Yeah.
I'm predicting a tie right here on Magic in the Attic podcast. You heard it first.
We have 3 viewers. Appreciate you guys. No.
Man, they want to see a tie too. Ooh, PA says Trump may get Minnesota. Maybe.
So that's how we force a tie right there.
Here's our Magic in the Attic prediction.
Alert.
This isn't that ridiculous of a prediction either.
It really isn't. What if it did tie? That would be hilarious.
Oh, Arizona not good for Trump.
I'll try. Look at our map right here. Look at our map.
I'm looking.
And it's blue. Oh, we're good.
75% in. Trump down 7 points.
In Arizona.
Man, that's crazy because I really could see what I just put up on the screen as happening. That's if he gets, but that's with Michigan. That's tough. That's with Michigan going red. I don't know. I could still see it going Biden right here.
Who? Michigan?
Again. How does it look on like CNN and stuff for Michigan?
Yeah, I don't know about Minnesota. I could see Michigan going red. We'll see.
To have 1.7 in Wisconsin.
The thing is, if Michigan goes red, you'd think Arizona will probably go red.
Projection. Joe Biden, Mexico.
Yeah, we gave him that. You heard it already here on Magic in the Attic podcast.
Yeah, Wolf Blitzer, douche.
Look at that. We're already giving New Mexico to Joe Biden.
Wait, why do you have it filled out now?
Because we already made our predictions.
This is our predictions? Or this is your?
Well, most of it was ours. The only ones we didn't really have was Arizona, Michigan, Pennsylvania. I mean, I guess Virginia, but I think the consensus is that it's going to be probably Biden, but I don't know. What else y'all think shouldn't be filled out? Nevada, I guess, but
Wisconsin, Minnesota.
Yeah, they're going blue, man. What's it look like on the CNN and stuff?
Up by 8 in Pennsylvania with 31% in.
Yeah, Michigan and Wisconsin are leaning red right now.
Michigan, like a lot, is leaning red.
Yeah, well, we had given it to Trump in our previous prediction.
Arizona is for Joe, though. 8.7%.
I'd given that to Joe as well. So everything you're saying was lining up with what I had, actually.
No, you didn't have Wisconsin.
Yeah, true. How did I do it last time? I don't even know. Oh, there it is. Wisconsin. That's the one. That's the one he needs. And Michigan.
They're calling NBC is calling Utah for Trump.
Heard it here first, ladies and gentlemen.
I mean, that's no big surprise.
Stay tuned for our special guest, Lindsey Graham.
I'm starting to run out of steam here.
How are you not calling Georgia? It's a 12%. Like, what are you doing?
All right. I'll be back on it in just a second.
Trump by 2.2 in Wisconsin, boys. 36% in.
And Arizona is leaning Biden.
Actually, I'm a predict now. Trump's winning Arizona. I bet those are all early votes.
Like Virginia, just like Virginia.
I bet Arizona had one of the highest percent of early votes in the country. It's
Yeah,
a
I
bunch
don't.
of trees.
If it's less than 50%, I don't really give it much.
Trump is ahead by 11% again. Dude, I'm feeling it.
Tommy Tuberville is going to be a United States senator.
That's incredible.
Greatest
That
coach
is incredible. Trump up by 8.8 in Pennsylvania.
I am going to make some coffee.
I need something.
Me too.
Oh, we can't all leave at the same time. That's
Yeah, we
not-
can't go at once. Yo, wait on crazy.
Wait, Zach actually like left. Shoot.
Where'd he go?
He should have just left and I would have turned off his camera, but like this. Oh. So, based on this map and what you got now, you're saying Arizona right here and Pennsylvania. I mean, if he gets Pennsylvania,
I mean, if he gets Pennsylvania, if Trump wins Pennsylvania, I mean, it's over. There's no way Donald Trump can win Pennsylvania, Ohio, and Florida and not win the presidency. I don't even think it's possible.
say he won Iowa. Yeah, if Iowa went, but Iowa's if Pennsylvania goes red, Iowa's not going to go red or blue, probably.
Iowa's got to go red. He's 2.2 in Wisconsin. 36% is in.
Yeah, even if Nevada goes blue, Trump wins by 4.
Yep. I mean that. And what are the odds he wins Ohio and Pennsylvania, but can't win Michigan or Wisconsin or Minnesota?
I'm just giving Biden Pennsylvania because it sounds like some sketchy stuff might be going down, which
I
might
agree
be
with that.
reports and stuff. So it's like you give it to him and you see what can happen for Trump to win if Pennsylvania goes blue.
it just kind of feels like this feels very different than in 16, because in 16 it was watching and you're like, well, he's got to win something, and then he would, and it was like, oh, he really could win. This time it kind of feels like at this moment it feels like Trump is in the driver's seat, right? Not like it's a lock, but it just feels like he's.
Well, here's the difference. So there was, I guess, the scenario this time was if Trump wins, Florida, Georgia, North Carolina, Ohio, all the states he's winning right now, then that's his best chance to win, and he's doing it. But look at what's still left, and you're like, it's not a lock yet.
Yeah, it's definitely not a lock, but like, it feels good. It feels like it's leaning his way because everything's happening the right way.
Yeah, but then you look at this. I guess what I'm saying is you look at the states left, and it's not like the same demographics of the states that just went Trump. So it's like, it's hard to just say, yeah, he's going to definitely win. Actually, but I feel pretty good about Arizona probably.
I think Arizona is too, because I feel like it's early vote now, and then a bunch of Republicans probably went and voted.
Yeah.
But
Michigan surprises me if Trump gets Michigan. That's huge.
Well, he gets Michigan by a margin. I mean, last time he won Michigan and Wisconsin total by like 70,000 votes. Like less than a percentage. But like
Pennsylvania.
Huh?
If he gets Michigan, I think he gets Pennsylvania.
Yeah. The thing is, for him to win Pennsylvania, he has to win it by a bunch. Because if it's enough, there's some shady stuff going on up there. For sure.
I feel like this time change is making me run out of steam here. I look at my clock and it's 10:39, but it feels like it's midnight.
Yeah, the darkness happening at like 5:30 is depressing. I hate it. Hey, Jake's trying to go on.
He's got the link. Got a special guest beard in the house, maybe. See if I got any breaking news here.
CNN just went off air.
CNN did what?
They're off air.
One could read my controversial question, and I has the controversial questions, and it's not on. I wish he would. Just send one. We'll answer it.
I think he's saying he did. Predictions. Joe, they're giving New Hampshire to Biden.
Let's see. Did we predict that in our official Magic in the Attic?
No, we did not.
Ooh, big. If true.
If true. Trump, Louisiana. Trump, Kansas.
It's already been stated here on the Magic in the Attic podcast.
Trump,
right.
Utah. Trump, Nebraska. 3 out of the 5.
Yo, what's up?
Yo, Red
What's
Beer.
up?
What's up, Laura?
This is the Magic in the Attic.
Not much. What are y'all up to?
Living life.
I hear
Projections, current projections.
You feeling over there, buddy? What do you think? Hey, make the pictures big again.
I've been watching Fox News. They're pretty hopeful. It's crazy that Trump's popular vote. I don't know.
You got flip your
I mean,
camera.
I'm staying
Here,
positive.
turn your phone.
All right, we've got a listener question here. Is America an empire? Why or why not? And is that a good thing?
Ooh, 5 viewers. 5 viewers.
Welcome everyone.
Who wants to start?
Welcome to the special guest. You got to answer the question first, though.
Yes, America is an empire. Why?
Is that a good thing?
I mean, I would say that it is, and I'd say we're an empire because of our military. I mean, I would not want to be an empire if, I'd want to be an empire because I'd want to have I'd want to have a military to back us up. And yeah, I think that'd be a good thing. Why not? Stop.
Choose spots, what you think.
I think we are an empire. I think it is about wealth, power, which power comes from our very certainly the wealth that we either do or do not have. But we certainly, the perception that we put out to people that we have is real. So I think we're definitely an empire, and I don't know if it's good for the rest of the world for an empire, but it's good when you live in the empire.
Preacher Paul?
One thing, I don't think that as an empire we should mingle with other people's conflicts just because we are an empire. Just throwing that out there.
Preach.
I was just gonna say, I mean, we certainly function as an empire militarily. I think that has mixed benefits and detriments for everybody globally and for us, because it creates problems for us too, even though it heads some of them off. But I mean, ultimately, like, it's just kind of a function of being the number one global power. So I mean, it kind of comes with the territory. I don't think there's really any getting rid of it. What about you, Piano Man? What do you think?
I would say America is an empire. They're probably losing their status as an empire, but they've been an empire for probably at least 30 years, or 40 years. Whether it's a good thing, I would say it's probably not. I mean, it's not a bad thing. I feel like there always naturally has to be an empire of sorts, because it's just a function of the world as a whole, because power always consolidates. But I mean, I think it's fine.
Would you not want to be Empire or Piano Man?
I don't necessarily like empires, so I would say I wouldn't want there to be an empire, but I think it's fine. Use the power wisely if you have it.
My wife wants to say hello. Oh, she just walked away. Never mind.
What up, Liz?
Any more controversial questions from the audience here?
Trump officially has moved to 1 point North Carolina with 93% of the vote in.
All right.
Yeah, actually looking pretty good. Carolina, Georgia.
Oh, we got Redbeard. Redbeard is here.
Michigan and Wisconsin feel like Trump. There's been a huge stall in Florida votes over like the last 45 minutes. Nothing has happened.
Yeah.
Our Michigan the Attic podcast prediction.
End of the night. It's going to slow up a little bit.
Yeah, it's because they're trying to pump in.
What
What are your thoughts? we had a whole 10-item list of why Trump would win re-election. A listener sent in, so that was cool.
So at what point in the night do you think we'll get some more clear indications? It's been slow moving so far. When do you think we'll see?
I don't think it's been slow moving. I just think nothing like shocking has happened yet.
Yeah.
But like everything that Trump needed so far, we're seeing. That's what Piano Man was talking about a minute ago. Like the things he needed to happen for a road to victory are all happening currently. So like it just feels like he's kind of in the driver's seat at the moment. And, like
the big but he still has to win a lot of states that are you don't know if he'll win. That's the big toss up.
right,
Like
well that's what I'm
Ohio.
saying.
You think he's
I think
gonna win
Ohio's done. Oh yeah.
Here, should we throw our map back up again?
Yeah, here's our map. This is what we think so far. This is wait, what? You just keep filling stuff in. What are you doing? What the heck?
We might have changed it since we were last talking, but
All right, Wisconsin, go to Michigan, right? Arizona, and Nevada.
wait, something ain't right.
It's Minnesota,
Out of here.
Wisconsin, Minnesota, and Michigan.
Oh, wait, so what should be different?
Y'all are
Michigan,
giving him
Wisconsin,
Carolina.
and Minnesota. Dude, he's
Yeah,
got North Carolina. It's over. You heard it here in the Attic podcast.
And
Just like you.
Wisconsin.
I don't know why you still have. You asked me times. Wisconsin, Michigan, and Minnesota should not be.
I thought we were just talking about that. Dude, Minnesota's going blue. I'm calling it here on Magic in the Attic podcast.
No, you don't get the call. We have to go.
All right, will Trump win Minnesota?
Our viewers there, or are you doing that?
There's only two of you on, so Redbeard, who will win Minnesota?
Minnesota.
I'm on.
Probably go with Biden on that one.
Okay, one Biden. Midnight Mark, who will win Minnesota?
Minnesota will go to Trump.
Juice Box Magoo, who will win Minnesota?
Trump.
Shoot, where's Preacher Paul? He's got to break the tie.
Wait, let me ask you this though. So now all of a sudden, Midnight Mark is saying he's in Minnesota. So is Midnight Mark saying that Donald Trump is now going to win the presidency?
Yeah, I changed my mind.
First change of opinion tonight.
Yeah, you want to know why? Because
Why?
I was fairly convinced that, like, you ever go into a movie that you like want to be good, but you're like, I don't know. So you tell yourself that it's not going to be that good, and then it's like, oh, that was good. That is what this is like.
I think it's just basically like you
Is that how you
listen
feel
to
about
the Jew,
Midnight Mark?
Ben Shapiro.
Huh? No, Tenet wasn't very good.
Is that how you felt about?
About what? He keeps, like, every time he says it. Are you saying Tenet?
The internet doesn't like it.
Yeah, literally every time you say the name of the movie you're trying to say, it bleeps out.
Sorry, my phone says that this is not the best type. So
I think that's pretty obvious to all of our 3 viewers out there.
I just wanted to say hello, everyone. I'm gonna head off.
Hello.
Out.
Boo.
No, boo.
Stay. Come back in like an hour.
Yeah, come back.
Yeah, I might come back in like an hour once my wife goes to bed. Later, guys.
Good.
See ya.
Biden ahead in Iowa by 15.
Oh, I didn't get to see it, but PA with a shout out to Redbeard. Everybody wants Redbeard back.
Yeah. Redbeard, let's go.
What's happened to Preacher Paul? He hasn't been on like the whole time.
He hasn't even been here.
He like doesn't like us.
Oops. I have a feeling. Oh man,
You got a hot take? Why do you keep filling these states in?
I'm seeing what will happen. I'm like CNN right now. What's Biden's road to victory? So if Biden wins Pennsylvania, Trump wins Michigan and Wisconsin, it's over. Oh wow, this could happen right here. What should I not have filled in?
Right now?
Yeah.
And data.
Right here.
I mean, Pennsylvania, I'm not sure if it should be filled in, but I agree. Let's, kind of say it goes Biden just to see how he wins otherwise.
Right.
Like it does seem the rate things are going right now, there's certainly a pathway to winning without Pennsylvania, which isn't true.
Right, but that's why I was filling in Michigan to Trump because that's like really the only way. But if he gets Michigan and Arizona, it's over.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what I'm saying. There's a lot of ways to get there with this.
But if he loses Arizona and Nevada,
Oh my gosh, Trump's up by 14% in Pennsylvania.
I want to know what's happening in Virginia. There should be some
Dude, they're
numbers.
just not even bringing it up. Just calling it. There's like, yeah, Biden's going to win, but Trump's up by 8%. Like, what the heck? What's happening?
At what point do we call this stream a night?
I don't know.
Once we know who the president is.
I don't want to put all of this up though, like on our podcast, because people will be intimidated by its time.
Yeah, they don't have to listen to it though.
Yeah, we're just going to put at the beginning. This is literally just watching the election. 14.4% in Pennsylvania.
I feel like, but I feel like the first 2 hours is like actual good pod material because of the.
I don't think any of it's actually good pod material.
Nah, the thing that Paul Ayers sent us was like really good. I thought that was some really great discussion.
Yeah, but it's like interrupted by like breaking news and stuff.
Yeah, but that's like kind of fun. I think you should put that first 2 hours up.
And the 2 hours where this ends in a tie.
Yeah.
Well, our host is just gone. Oops. Let me go take a break real quick. I'll be back in a minute. Y'all do some entertainment for the folks.
So he's up by 0.1% in Wisconsin, right? That seems important.
Dude, do you think Democrats are freaking out or like they're just like accepting fate.
I don't think they're freaking out yet. I think this thing about 45 minutes, people are going to start freaking out. They're going to call Florida and they're going to call Ohio. And they're going to keep staring these big leads in Michigan and Pennsylvania in the face. And I think they're going to start freaking out. Also, what is going on in Virginia?
Dude, I don't know, man. Virginia's stupid because Trump's gonna win Virginia. It's hilarious.
I mean,
I don't know. I don't know, why do Democrats even want Joe Biden to win? He's terrible.
he really is so bad. He's so bad.
I mean, he's awful. Like, I don't get it. Did you see that video with Tucker Carlson? Did you see that?
With a liar.
Yeah, no, he was like, he goes, you didn't see it?
Maybe.
He's like, earlier today, Joe Biden talked about how he really wanted us to invest in Bahashabullah. Just see for yourself. And it's like, President Obama and I got together and we put together Bahashabullah. And he's like, see, he's here wanting you to get Bahashabullah. Like, he wasn't even being like, he was saying the actual word. Like,
Pretty good.
Joe said it. It was so funny.
Here you
Oh,
go.
man.
Here you go. Trump up 1.3 in North Carolina, 94% in. It's done.
What's up?
What's
Trump
up?
They both came back at the same
North
time.
Carolina.
No, I've been back. Walker added me back. Can you hear me?
Lindsey Graham
muted
makes
him.
remarks after retaining his South Carolina seat.
Wait, what were you guys saying? That was the big news right when we got on. I didn't hear it.
Big news? I was just saying North Carolina made a move.
We do have some insider information here. Secret contacts have not awarded Virginia to Biden yet. Ooh.
Streets
Big
of
true. Big if true.
Big if true.
The word of the day.
So they called New Hampshire for Biden? Or no?
Supposedly. Let me see.
They called it on CNN.
Yep. New Hampshire for Biden. That is one that I didn't have personally. Let me see.
Has anybody called North Carolina officially yet?
Not on CNN.
Yeah, I mean, I know we've called it on our
Trump's
podcast.
winning the popular vote by 4%. He's winning by 3.5 million votes right now.
Trump called for Idaho. He has 92% right now. 92 to 8.
92.
I'm dying.
That's a lot.
That's so good.
Oh, they projected California for Biden. Crap.
Oh, shoot. Oh, no.
Big shock there.
Oh, shoot.
It's like Virginia. That's worse than calling Virginia, honestly.
I mean, not really. It's a pretty safe call.
Dude, Biden is only up by 22% in New York. Trump winning.
Wyoming called.
The entire West Coast was called for
Oh
Biden.
my goodness, Trump is destroying Ohio right now.
Pennsylvania. Look at Pennsylvania.
I haven't seen Pennsylvania yet.
He's up like 15%.
With how much in?
Let's see. They're coming to it. Key race alert.
Trump
Pennsylvania-
55, Biden 2%, 42. Oh my goodness, yes. He's crushing Pennsylvania. Oh
Well,
my goodness.
Yeah, they haven't got a lot of the stuff full. They're only like 25% of the vote around is in. So that's definitely going to be a mover, but that's still a really big lead. Michigan's
Yeah.
at 39% and he's up by 11. I don't know, man. I think something's going down.
It's looking pretty toasty.
I'm pretty Trumpy.
Pretty toasty indeed.
hmm
Odds are up to 65%.
I mean, Trump pulling ahead in Texas.
70.
Trump's like way pulling ahead in Texas now.
The bookies are currently at a 77% chance of a Trump victory tonight.
What's
bookies.
the old 538 mean?
Yeah,
What are they saying?
You know, here in a second.
All right,
Let's see what we got.
Virginia. Virginia has 60% of their vote in, and Trump is still up by 10%.
10?
Yes.
He's up 10?
On
what are
Fox
they doing
News.
over there?
On Fox News, in which Biden is still called on Fox News, by the way.
Wait, which state? Oh, Virginia?
Yes. I will
Oh,
never,
wow.
I just can't wait. I really think, your theory that they're just trolling on Virginia right now for fun.
You heard it here
might,
first, folks.
might
I mean,
actually be
CNN
true.
Here's the thing. CNN has not called Virginia, and Fox straight up called it 3 hours ago.
Yeah, literally with 1% of the vote in, called.
Like, what is
But
happening?
they committed to it early, so they're obviously not going to pull it back unless it's. Yeah. I've received 100 messages today with Restream chat.
Thank you, PA. Coming in hot.
Yeah, a lot of messages.
I love them. Keep them coming. I like this one.
We love the people.
I like this one a lot. Can't wait to see the YouTube news highlight reel tomorrow.
I like it once a year. I watch the one from 20, or probably once every 6 months. I watch the one from 2016, like
So
the
funny.
meltdown video. Dude,
Oh, this one came in clutch. I wrote that list 3 days ago off the top of my head. That's going to be on the podcast. Faux show. Clutch.
shout out to our listeners.
Yeah, if you got something you want to say, let us know. We'll talk about it. All right.
95% in North Carolina, 50 to 48.
It's going Trump.
Over. We called
We
that.
called it.
Uh-oh. Did Fox just call Florida? Someone just call Florida? Is someone watching Fox?
I'm not. Hang on.
Fox called it.
Here's what 538 has to say. There are currently scenarios in play that if Biden loses Pennsylvania but wins Arizona, we're going to end up with a 269 to 269 tie. You've already heard that here on the Magic.
That happened here first. These people.
The Senate election in Georgia will go to a runoff between Warnock and Loeffler. The question is, will anyone vote for Loeffler?
She's more conservative than Attila the Hun.
That's true.
You're supposed to give me a vote for her? I still don't know.
It's a very weird campaign strategy.
So Fox is officially called Florida.
They're calling Florida?
Mm-hmm. Redbeard hit me up. Donald Trump is ahead by 3.5%. No, I'm sorry, 2.5% once and 44% in.
But Fox is still not calling Georgia, though, right?
No one's called Georgia.
Yeah.
Apparently there are a lot of issues there. The voting.
They always say that.
True.
Republicans
going the way the
claim
Democrats
seat.
too.
Tommy Tuberville steals a seat from the Democrats, just like
Oh,
he's
really?
championship
Was that
from
predicted?
Alabama. I mean, it's
Yeah.
Alabama, so yeah. The rumor was
Yeah.
Doug Jones. He ran against the pedophile Roy Moore.
Yeah, I remember Roy Moore. I remember a Democrat won, but
Tommy Tuberville is the replacement for
I was just wondering if that was a shocker or not.
Roy Moore was supposed to be. No, he was expected to win, but it's still weird because he used to be a college football coach, you know?
Yep. Old Auburn coach, ball coach.
Doug Jones ran this crazy ad that was like, you can't trust him because he's been to all these different schools. He doesn't have any loyalty. I'm like,
What?
coaching.
I just don't get in Indiana, like Rainwater just smashed that boy who's the current governor, and they didn't even hardly vote for him.
Well, what percent of people do you think watch the gubernatorial debate?
I don't
Less than
know.
10%.
Probably.
Yeah,
They just
that's
vote
the
for somebody
problem.
because they see an R on his name.
You think about our. How do you think our founding fathers would feel if they knew that tonight we were all so much more, not maybe us specifically, just as a people, so much more concerned about who our president was going to be instead of who our governor or our mayor was going to be? Like, it's so stupid. It's so backwards.
Oh, if all the power is consolidated to the top, which it was when the founding fathers created, why wouldn't they think that people would care more? I don't know.
But you think what now?
Like when they created the system, they obviously had a system of power where it was consolidated at the top. I mean, it was split between 3 branches at the top. So, like, I don't get why wouldn't they think that
local
we would
level,
care
though.
about that?
No,
There
they
were
would
a lot
expect
about
you to
local.
care about it. But, yeah. Well,
I'm not saying you shouldn't care. I'm just saying it would seem like you would be significantly more concerned about the people who like live in your community and make rules, people who have never been where you live and make the rules.
Yeah.
I don't know.
But it does seem like the governor has a lot to do now because of COVID with what happens with the rules more than the president.
yeah.
Right, that's what I'm saying. Like, that's why I feel like it's dumb.
But if the president comes in and says the whole nation has to do some such and such thing, then you would care about who the president would be.
Yeah. Wait, I don't know if it's on a real pod or if we're just just goofing around one day, but Trump up 3.1% in Wisconsin. All right, Trump hair is out. Get hot. But I can't remember if this was on. I was talking to someone about this. But, like, I feel like a revolt will happen. Like a actual revolt would happen when you have if the Democrats take control and pack the court and they start doing things. I feel like that's when people actually like revolt.
When what happens?
If the Democrats took power and packed the courts and then just started passing laws that people are just like fundamentally against in like a really serious way at like a rapid pace,
Yeah.
I feel like that would actually cause a revolt.
Yeah, I totally agree. That's what I was trying to tell Preacher Paul earlier when he was asking me about a Democrat sweep, or because I said I would be cool with either sweep, like Democrat sweep or a Republican sweep, because I feel like that would be the end of the two-party system.
Yeah, people just rise up and like, no, we ain't doing this.
See, but I wasn't thinking about court packing when we were talking about that earlier. But yeah, like I could see them overplaying their hand in that way, and then everybody. It's upset.
I mean, we're probably due. It's been a while. We're probably due for a few political assassinations here over the next few years.
Oh, that's another level.
The FBI
I'm
has just
saying.
joined our live stream.
I'm just saying. Like, it's been a while. When's the last political assassination in the United States? There was an attempt on
Reagan was an attempt. Last
I'm not saying a
successful one
president.
was Kennedy.
I'm saying a president. Just a political assassination. Like, they tried to get Scalise.
Yeah.
Who's the last person to actually
We don't have to worry about that anymore because we're gonna have Joe Biden as president, and he's gonna lock down on guns hard.
That's true. Joe Biden's going to stop it. Oh.
President Trump wins Florida. Called on this podcast 3 hours ago. And on Fox News. I mean, Trump's up by 2%, and North Carolina was 94% in, so
It's over. We already called it.
over.
Trump is up 3.5% in Wisconsin. 48% is in. The Trump slide is real.
Wait, where?
3.5% in Wisconsin.
Let's take a look. What does that do? Doesn't get him there quite yet.
Yeah, but
He gets,
he no longer has to have Pennsylvania
well, not if he wins Michigan.
or Nevada and Arizona.
Ooh, yeah, but I don't know. I really don't think he's gonna get Nevada.
Why do you have Virginia blue?
Why?
Why do you have Virginia blue, man?
you
Virginia's red.
Okay,
Virginia's
wait. Let me
red.
ask this. We'll do it by plurality.
All right, but they're all calling it for Biden in Virginia for some reason. I don't know what.
Preacher Paul, who do you think is going to win Virginia?
No, CNN is not calling Virginia. They have not called it. They're not
Preacher
talking.
Paul, who do you think?
Spock still has Virginia as Biden. I mean, I think
Who do you
Virginia will ultimately go to Biden because
All right, Juice Boss Magoo, who do you think Virginia is going to?
.538 gave Trump a 36% chance, 36% odds to win Carolina before today.
Yeah, 538 sucks. So who do you think is going to win Virginia? Biden or Trump? Hello?
JBM.
Dude, Trump is winning this election. It's crazy. He's going to win, though.
He's going to
For
win.
sure. He's going to win. Now, Democrats are going to contest it for like 2 weeks, and they're going to be like, we need to make sure all the votes are counted, every vote's counted. But, like, Trump is going to win 100%.
Okay, let me ask you this. Midnight Mark.
Yes?
Which of these states is Trump definitely going to win that I have not highlighted here?
So Trump is definitely going to win. Where's he at in Minnesota? Where's he at in Minnesota right now?
I don't think he's going to win Minnesota, but I don't know the count.
Minnesota is the
number.
least likely of any of the ones
I'm
we
just-
currently don't have.
Okay. So he's going to
Who
win
play?
Pennsylvania.
Okay.
And he's going to win Wisconsin. He'll win
Well,
the
Michigan-
rest of he'll win the rest of the stupid things in New England Patriots. What is that, Nebraska?
New England Patriots?
Patriots? Bro, Trump lead growing in Wisconsin, 3.7% now. There's a lot of rural vote in Wisconsin.
Yeah, that would do it right there. If he wins Wisconsin and Pennsylvania, it's over.
Wait, is Biden going to win Arizona for sure?
No.
It's leaning that
Not
way.
for sure.
Yeah, leaning boy. You told me Georgia was leaning that way one time about 2 hours ago.
It was briefly leaning that way, and then it wasn't.
Early voting leaned that way.
And then it wasn't.
I guess that's
I mean, that could happen with Arizona too, completely. But
who
right
are our
now,
3 viewers.
one of them
Yeah.
is PA.
Who are you? If you're listening, comment below.
PA
And let us
is
know
the
who
only
you
one
are.
I see. Who else is out there?
We want to know who you are. If you're
Is
listening.
Mrs. Midnight Mark watching?
I don't know. I'm not sure. No, I don't think she is.
I hope not. That poor woman.
She already puts up with enough.
Hope everyone's wives are taking the time away and just enjoying it.
My wife is asleep.
She didn't want to stay up and see Trump reign in victory.
She didn't want to put in any more suggestions for me to sing. Come on.
She out like a light, man.
Walker play. What song should we have Walker play?
How about our title song?
No. I mean, we could do that at the end, I guess. But play.
How about 500 Miles?
Gangster's Paradise.
Gangster's Paradise.
Is that even possible?
Philadelphia, they're not counting anymore tonight.
Hot take here. Kenosha and Minneapolis could affect the vote Trump's way. That would really prove that, wait, what I was going to say, I'm not going to say.
That would prove George Floyd won in Minnesota had he been the candidate.
It was going to be related to George Floyd. So
if Pittsburgh's not counting anymore tonight, then we're basically not going to know Pennsylvania tonight. Then.
Why aren't they counting?
I don't know.
They're like, oh, it's too close. Let's just go to bed and find out tomorrow. So are they going to try to impeach Trump again and have him impeached?
Yeah,
twice?
they will do it. 100%. If he wins, they'll do everything they can to impeach him again.
It's just a stupid strategy. That's all I have to say.
Side.
Trump slide.
Trump slide.
All right, what do you guys think? I'm about there's a lot of states still out there, but I don't know how much longer I can go.
Yeah. Seriously, I got
It's
stuff I got to do.
getting-
I actually have some stuff I have to do. I think.
You're not just gonna sit here and watch this? Shoot, I feel like an old man.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be up till 2 o'clock.
I mean, I'm going to be up late
Oh.
watching it, I know, but
I'll be up
so
watching it.
not.
I can't talk much longer. I want to just sit and
Yeah,
be a vegetable.
I haven't had anything
All right.
interesting to say for
Let's
hours.
vegetable. If anything interesting happens, we'll hop on.
All right, probably not.
All right, later, boys.
Great. Thank you all for listening.
Bye to all of our fans.
Learn it. Thank you.